Hello, and welcome to Sundered Empire. It's a D&D actual play, made by me. I'm a guy. My name's PB, or Peter, depending on who you ask. I make the D&D campaign, but at the moment I run the D&D campaign from a pre-made module by Wizards of the Coast, Spelljammers. I'm joined here today by Tom / Tommy / Thomas.
Hello.
Who, for some reason, his webcam's weird this week, but I'm not going to bother to fix it. Alex. Calum.
Hi.
And Samo.
Hello.
Why don't any of you have fun names? It's just Tommy that has like 3 different names.
You could also call me Simon, I guess.
God, that's always weird. No,
Yeah, but who does that?
no, let's not do that.
I'm going to update the graphics so that it says Simon next to your name.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, you can call me anything.
Ow.
He loves Owl.
Alexander.
Call him Owl.
No, except Al. Anything except Al.
You said anything.
No, I take it back. I prefer Alec. Alec, but only in that way.
Alec.
I don't know
Or,
what I'm calling you Alec, but
or you could call me Devils. Debbie is acceptable.
What about Owl?
Big Daddy Bebop? No.
like we should update your name to One Tom Futon.
One Tom Futon.
Also, Milky Vilky is pretty viable.
Yeah.
Anyways, how about y'all roll me a d20 and I'll also roll a d20 because I'm fair. This is a sort of, not a diplomacy, but somewhat, there is, whatever. And whoever gets the lowest will be try refreshing because the server's been up for a while. You maybe tried to join before the server was up.
Yes.
I don't recognize this song. What is this song? Oh, okay. It's from Black Sails.
Oh man, you know what's on my radar and I've been meaning to play it.
No.
Meaning to get I think it's called Mage Seeker.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, I want
Yeah.
to get that. I
Yeah,
get paid
okay.
tomorrow, so I'm probably going to buy it tomorrow.
I get paid.
Don't forget to also
That's-
buy Jedi Survivor.
I was going to say,
Yeah,
that's a
of course.
choice to buy a video game just before Jedi Survivor comes out.
I mean, let's
Because-
face it, I'm probably never going to complete any of them, so...
Because you
What about-
need to preload the game. It's like 130 gigabytes.
Already done, baby. Did it this morning.
Yeah, same. Just saying, you might wanna.
I also beat Fallen Order this week on hard difficulty. That was pretty spicy. Some of those fights are real fucking hard and hard. Like,
Yeah, I agree.
probably not that hard considering it's a Souls-like game, so if someone's actually played Souls games, it's probably still piss easy. But
Yeah.
for someone who doesn't like Souls games, it was hard. The final fight in particular was pretty fucky.
I'll probably just buy Jedi Survivor on my PS5 on Friday.
You
I
sick.
think you can also preload it on PlayStation as well, though.
Yeah, I think you can preload it on basically anything.
But the file
Wow.
size is like a lot smaller on PS5.
Oh, really?
I'll preload it
Yeah.
on Thursday night then, I suppose.
The
It's
one
like
thing...
50 gigabytes of shit.
The one thing I am worried about while we wait for Tommy and Alex to do their roles is I use an orange lightsaber in basically any Star Wars game, including Fallen Order. But obviously Fallen Order, when you load it up, you have to play with a blue lightsaber until you get to Bogano. And I'm like, I feel like the game's not going to let me import my customization from Fallen Order.
Yeah,
So I'm going to have to play the prologue again with a horrible blue lightsaber, like a
That's
nerd.
That's the problem, because I think you got the orange lightsaber through something.
It was
either
premium
buying the
content.
special-
Yeah.
Or yeah, it
Yeah, I
was
think you had to
either
like pre-order
pre-ordering.
pre-order
it was
or
pre-order.
some other
Something.
deal like
Yeah.
deluxe edition or whatever, but yeah. But I've ordered, I think, the deluxe edition of Survivor, but I haven't even looked at what it gives me, to be honest with you, other than more customization options. But
I think
anyways.
it's
I
Samo.
rolled a 5. I had to use a dice roller because I can't join the server. So, oh wait, I just got in.
You rolled a 5, so.
Yeah,
So
I rolled a
mine.
5.
Well, re-roll.
Okay.
We don't let people roll outside of the server ever, so...
I rolled a 19. Fuck yeah.
Alright, so the highest roll is the person who recaps the previous session.
Yeah.
Calum, would you like to recap the previous session?
We did a fucking thing. There we go.
Perfect.
Alright, going on.
You...
I don't know. We fucking some bitches got fucked up. Fucking, I'm the captain now. Because the other captain was racist against vampires.
But no one looked at you.
Yeah, no one looked at me. Fight broke out. Was pretty funny. Made a bet. Pretty funny. Some woman, can't remember her name. It was Ghost.
Agony.
Who?
Agony.
Anyway, some ghost stole the ship of the vampire and was like, "Yo, this is a mutiny." So we sailed after them. And we fought our way through. And then I met an elf royalty, and I should have spat in their face instead of just us saying, "I don't care." But there we go.
Also, Tommy very nearly died to a witch, or a mage, I should say, and Samo got turned into a door. Not literally, but figuratively.
And I keep forgetting the fucking toad's name. What's
Giuseppe.
his name? Giuseppe also died.
Yeah, Giuseppe is dead.
Yeah. Again. Damn.
Just like Driz, but it doesn't cost destiny points to keep him alive.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Driz.
Rest in peace.
I mean, if Tommy had had a destiny point, he could have spent it to make sure Driz survived. I just don't think Tommy did have a destiny point.
No, I didn't. Otherwise, I'd have used it on myself.
That'd have been an interesting arc, because then you'd be in prison, because there's, still been defeated by the agents.
Yeah, but not being dead would also be, nice, depending on the prison.
Yeah, just, season 3 launches, and it's just like, Tommy, you're spectating until they bust you out of prison. Anyways, alright. So yeah, we ended the previous session with Jericho having kind of fought his way down to the lowest deck of the Last Breath Gargan ship, defeating Agony the Ghost, and then turning around to see in a prison cell some elf with sparkly eyes who announced herself as Princess Zadali of the Zazarian Empire. And I believe the final line of the entire session was Jericho going, "Cool, I don't fucking care."
Yep.
I will just say the game is paused in case that will become a problem.
Thank you. Currently I'm loading the map because apparently me streaming is going, ooh, I'm going to be slow. I thought we sorted this with me cleaning my computer, which did improve some things, but there we go. But it's still being a little bit slow with loading maps. Also, side note, Alex, you know how you never clean your computer?
Yes.
We're not sponsored.
No, stop it. Stop
But
it.
I bought this, which is like an electric air compressor for cleaning computers. It's real good. It has
Now we are sponsored.
nozzles and stuff that you can attach to it, and it's much cheaper than buying compressed air every couple of months, and really, really easy and efficient to clean your computer with.
Those things are nice, or you could just use an air blower used to dry wet cars, like I do.
How big
Well,
is
it
that?
does not bother at all. Like
It's
I
not
do.
that big, actually. It's about the size of a hairdryer. It's
Okay.
very loud, though.
Yeah, this is also very loud. I was tempted to like turn it on for the stream, and then went no, because everyone will stop watching. It is that loud.
I used it once, and this was back when I was with
Wait a
my
second.
ex.
Sorry, I've just realised something. Continue talking though.
Okay. And she held the case because I was like, I don't know how strong this thing is. I'm gonna get someone to hold the tower. and I activated it, and it blasted, and this massive clump of dust that had been left untouched for years, that was in the CPU cooler, blasted out and hit her in the face so hard that it actually made a slap noise. It was majestic.
And Alex's will probably be worse because he never fucking cleans his computer. Anyways, I've realised that I can turn this on for stream, but not for stream.
It's actually not that bad. That's tolerable. I found that quite relaxing, actually. I like white noise.
What, ASMR?
Yeah.
Ants were in my brain.
We need that as a sound on the server.
No, we really don't. But yeah, anyways, so genuinely, Alex, clean your fucking computer sometime. Every time we play Hunt, and he goes, "Oh, my frame rate's dipping," and I'm like, "When was the last time you cleaned your computer?" 800 years ago.
I was there.
CPU is running a constant 95 degrees Celsius.
Anyways, so, Calum, can you repeat your last line from the last session?
Wouldn't you like to know? And I don't care.
Well, maybe you should, says Grimzod, taking a exaggerated step, like his leg fully going out before going down, and stepping forward behind you. For that fine specimen, I mean, she's no, my lady love, Topola, but she is the weapon I promised you, he says, leaning in towards you.
Oh?
She is the heir to the Zazarian Empire, the very empire we're now comrades in taking down.
Oh.
He says, taking a sip of cola.
Taking a sip of Burger King cola. We're not sponsored, but we could be. She will then kind of lean up closer to the bars of the door and say, "Oh, you want to bring down the Zazarian Empire, do you?"
Maybe.
Well, then it sounds like we both want the same thing. Revenge. As my father lies on his deathbed, my scheming brother Zelith denies me my birthright. He seized control of my father's navy, banished me from court, and left me in the clutches of these sycophants. He orchestrated the attack on your world, bombarding it with astral seeds harvested from Zazaris, our dying star. Once the crystal vines have drained all the energy from your island, they'll discharge that energy in a beam of light back to Zazaris, replenishing it. What was that roll for?
Don't just see if she was, genuine in what she's saying.
Okay, let's have a look-see. Yeah, you get the feeling that what she said about her having kind of been, what's the word I'm looking for?
Ousted?
Ousted, that's true. So what she said thus far seems genuine.
Yeah. Obviously, her actual intentions of what she does on the throne.
She hasn't told you yet, so.
Yes.
Zelith instructed his minions to deposit me on your world, so that, as I died, my energy could contribute in a small way to the light of Zazaris. Fortunately for me, my ship was disabled and boarded by vampirates.
Does everyone have disdain for your kind out here? And I'll turn to Kagan.
I mean, the kind of fucking dicks. And then the other two that you're with go, "Oh yeah, fucking dicks, yeah."
I mean, be dicks, but, doesn't mean you have to hate you guys. Like, You guys are chill.
I mean, they are kind of, expansionistic. They steal relics from other islands that they visit and put them in a museum that then is free to enter, but they refuse to give them back to their homelands.
What, vampires? Or them?
The Empire of Zazaris. This is
Oh,
Calum
right, yeah.
speaking.
Yeah. That's kind of a dick move.
Yeah. One of the other vampires kind of clears his throat and goes, and the fact that the crystal mining of our islands and killing the occupants of it.
Oh, right, yeah, tragedy. Yeah.
Regardless, she says, help me become Empress, and I will undo the damage Zelith has already caused to the islands.
You don't mind if I think on this, do you? You're not going anywhere?
Evidently.
Yeah, it's, I've got some others I want to confer this, so...
Well, as a captain in my fleet, as Admiral, I will give you the key to do what you see best, Captain Jericho. And with a incredibly exaggerated flourish, Gargan reaches into his jacket and pulls out a single key, and then kind of to you.
I do a slight bow. Thank you, Ed.
Oh yeah, Jericho's still wearing a captain's hat, and I forgot to update his token up.
I
could do that quickly, to be fair. It wouldn't take very long.
Nah, that's good. I suspect that the captain hat may not last this long.
Okay. Then never mind, I won't bother.
Cool.
I'll be here.
Good old Captain Mummy.
Yara! Yeah, cool. Step over the ectoplasm. And I'll head up to see what the other boys are up to.
Oh, I realised that for whatever reason Stream View wasn't working. So the stream didn't see that conversation, but it's fine. It wasn't all that interesting. There we go. And in terms of visually, not in terms of roleplay. People standing around talking.
Okay.
Apollo stares at you blankly. They're not T-posing, though. They're just ignoring you.
Wait, I don't see anyone. Wait, I don't see anyone.
Jericho walked past you in-game, said, "Oh, hey, Apollo." You just didn't respond.
I was in my, what do you call it, like, character sheet thingy. I was not paying attention.
Oh, hello, Jericho.
Someone's talking to me. I must have said something to Apollo back then, but...
Captain. I meant captain.
Tips hat.
I also want to walk back up again, though.
Yeah, if you want. Also, I believe where we left off last time... Oh, you've fucked it.
What did I do now?
Stop in the stairs. Just, like, moved into the stairs, then pause.
Man actually just Gmod no-clipped.
Okay, for some reason that didn't work.
See?
There we go. And now continue your movement. Also, I believe where we last left off, Julius was on his way over. Is that right?
Yes.
Then we can also have you get to the main deck at the same kind of point so that you can see the others gathering.
Cool. I will gather with them.
You will try. I think I've moved you to the wrong floor, though.
We're about to see a hippo just no-clip across the
No, I don't think so. I think we're safe. Now you're going to see him no-clip. Alright.
You look a bit roughed up there, Aetheron.
I've had better days. I won't lie.
Oh. All sorted, though?
It will be.
Cool. Julius.
Hello.
Seems everyone's here.
How did
So-
it all go?
Oh yeah, that weird apparition we saw earlier is gone. So
Good.
all good. Something interesting though. The weapon that the admiral was talking about seems to be a woman. Most notably, I don't know, some princess from the Empire. I didn't really get her name because you know how I am about authority figures. So yeah. So I think she was saying something about wanting us to help her because she was ousted by her brother, and she's like the actual ruler and stuff like that. So if we help her, she will stop the attacks, and then she'll be the leader. So what do you guys think? Should we kill her? Ransom?
Do you think she's being trustworthy?
I mean, it's a believable story considering what most royalty does. Grasping for power, and she seemed to telling the truth. But whether she actually upholds her end of the bargain and ceases the attacks is a different story. Come down and see if you want.
No, I'm quite alright. I,
Fight the power. Get a fist bump.
I'll fist bump as well.
Hell yeah.
I suppose even if we did help her get into power, the worst that could happen is we're at the same stage we're at now.
Yeah.
Unless she goes completely off the deep end and decides just to destroy everything.
Maybe. Feel free to chime in here, guys, anytime you like. We're spitballing ideas. Oh,
No.
I see.
No, I don't think they will.
You you pay me to heal, not think.
I don't pay you at all, Aetheron.
Yeah, we should talk about that now you're a captain.
Also, you
Anyway.
barely do what you're allegedly paid for.
That was the joke, yes.
That is true, voice in my head. He does. Anyway, yeah, I mean, so it's up to us. Like, Admiral's given us what he's promised, which is the heir to this elf kingdom, and by the sounds of it, I mean, put it this way, we can always, overthrow this would-be prince to king, and then, just not install her into power.
We could destroy them both and make sure their empire becomes a democracy.
Hell yeah, man. Fight the power, anarchy symbol, let's go. Yeah. But then power vacuum, someone else will be put in charge, and they could be just as bad as the prince. Our best prep probably is us.
True.
The only problem with this is I'm going to be terrible with negotiations because, so someone might have to take reins with that one.
I'll look around at Aetheron and Apollo. I apologize, but I still don't know an awful lot about you. Any of you eloquent enough to take part in negotiations?
I mean, not to brag, but when she told me her name, I did tell her I didn't care. almost spat at her as well. But you know, royalty, so fine.
That makes sense.
I consider myself better at intimidating rather than negotiating.
Right. I'll just slowly turn to Aetheron.
I once pushed a man in a fire because he mildly annoyed me.
I slowly turn away from Aetheron.
Turns to the dead trolls laying next to us. What about you?
So by the looks of it, it is either me or you, Julius.
Well, I too am not the best at these types of things.
We'll make it a group effort. What can go wrong?
I do have some experience, but it's been a while.
I'm sure it'll be fine. I will slip past Apollo and head back downstairs.
Shall follow.
I will also follow, I guess.
I'd hope so. I did say we'll make it a group effort. Everyone's remembering the person who pushed into the fire. That's what's going on right now.
Does he still have the picture of the son, by the way? Or the kid?
Oh yeah,
It's still in your inventory.
yeah. I'm not leaving that.
Right. It's gonna be your end goal.
I will find him
God.
or her. I'm not really sure.
Ah, you're back, says Gargan.
Yep, I tried to get the group together. Lost a few on the way, apparently.
Aetheron, do you know where we're going? I haven't been on the ship before.
I was following you.
Hey, Jericho.
What?
Yep.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Down here, guys.
Ah, Apollo, thank you. We got lost.
What did you do to me?
Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy?
What did you do to me?
Oh.
Well, everyone's here.
Seems that way.
So, yeah. Guess we'll...
I created a token of you with Captain's hat, but it's not letting me like auto change to it. I think I might need to turn the server off and on again for that to work, and I can't be bothered to do that.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
So instead, I'll just do it this way, the old manual Samuel
what?
way.
It's I, Captain Jericho.
It is.
I ignored your pleas, Calum.
We were just filling for time. I knew all along. Yeah, so anyway, we're here to discuss some terms. If we are to help you retrieve your throne.
Very well.
Do we have the authority to even be making these decisions, by the way?
What do you mean, Julius?
Well, we're talking about world power here. Do we have the authority to be able to put people in positions of authority?
No, and that's the best part about this.
Okay, fair enough.
Hey. Where's your little froggy? Says Gargan.
He
Yeah.
perished, I'm afraid.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I could feel the magic die. By the way, who the fuck was looking after him? I have some words for you.
I
Wasn't
just
me,
turn around to
everybody.
Aetheron. I'm just looking at him.
I mean, he was already with you when I got in the room. I was just trying to help, but I couldn't get in. I'm not a frog sitter, a toad sitter, golem sitter. I don't know what to call it, really.
Why are you sitting on anything that's living? Says this vampire.
Gentlemen, we are getting off topic. We are negotiating terms, not talking about the dead companion Giuseppe.
I also lost my left hand.
I'm very sorry for your loss.
My sympathies, Gargan.
Thank you.
Are we finished?
Yes.
Right. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. This seems fun. It seems, it's a genuine cause. You wish to, get back power. I just can't trust you.
Why is that?
I have a thing against authorities, and royalty is kind of a to me. So I just generally don't trust many people.
Sounds like a problem probably stemming from your parents.
Past, not parents. We don't need to get into this though. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll just
If
try
you're
and
so
find
against authority, then how come you're wearing a captain's hat? And I heard you call him Admiral earlier. She says, gesturing at Gargan.
Yeah, there's certain authorities. I mean, piracy is a pretty loose authority.
No. You are my underlings, says Gargan Hale.
Don't ruin a good thing here, Gun.
Just saying, you need to call me Admiral. I am your superior. You are my servants. If I tell you to die in battle, you shall die in battle. And if I create you once more as vampires, then...
We will talk about this later. Anyway.
I would like to put my name down on the list of people who would like to come back as a vampire.
I'm not gonna lie, buddy. I have no idea how your vampire fangs would look with that, situation.
Me
I think
neither,
just a
but it
small
would be
set of
very
human,
interesting.
vampire teeth pop out right next to the tusks.
Perhaps, but whatever, it would be most intriguing. Plus, it would give me many more
No,
years.
wait, goddammit, I'm getting off topic. Stop.
Oh. My apologies, Captain.
I need to think about this. Negotiation first. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I'm all for taking down one government and reinstalling another. I just want to make sure, we just don't make a mistake, and we're left worse off from this.
What would be your goal if you were in power?
To continue the aims of the Zarian Empire. Law
So
and order.
nothing would change.
I don't see expanding the Zarian Empire as being the same as killing people who aren't currently denizens of the Zarian Empire. My brother seems content with ruling over a graveyard. I do not. My brother wishes to ascend to godhood. The way he's doing that is by empowering the light of Zazaxes, which he's doing by using those crystal vines on multiple islands across the fell skies.
And you know how to stop that.
Oh yes. It's quite
You
simple,
say-
really. All you need to do is destroy Zazares, the star at the heart of the Empire. Long ago, my ancestors harnessed the power of the star. And it sits in the center of our palace.
How would one get in there? And I would assume it very, very heavily guarded.
Oh, yes. And only a member of the Imperial family can destroy it by performing a ritual at the astral font in the Temple of Light.
I would like to make an insight check
Sure.
on if she's lying about that,
Mm-hmm.
or if there's any deeper meaning.
16. She seems to be telling the truth. Might be withholding certain bits of information, but what she's saying is not an explicit lie from what you can gather.
And how do we know that this ritual can't be also used or swapped out for a different ritual that could then empower you with the same godhood that he hopes to gain?
Well, you don't. But in my experience, it's the ego of men that tends to go unchecked, not that of women. Behind you, you hear this vampire. It snorts slightly to herself through her nose, like an ingredient. Little bit of casual sexism.
In my experience, all it takes is one person to hold power aloft everything else. Doesn't matter who they are. If they value power above everything else, it all leads the same way. And sure, maybe stopping an island-killing catastrophe like this star of yours and stopping someone from becoming a god is undeniably a good thing to do. You still say that you wish to continue on with the Empire's ideals and expand. What if people stand in your way? Will that still not lead to more bloodshed?
There are many ways to expand that don't involve conflict.
And are they the ways that you intend to use?
Where possible.
Would you fellas like to put it to a vote, or?
Well, we can. If the Admiral has no say.
No, I can take part in the vote if you want. There's 4 of you, and That means
I
the
will
vote
slip
could be
into my-
split.
Ah. That is true.
Well, it's either one of your calls.
Well, raise a hand for helping this lady.
I'll raise a hand.
I do not raise my hand.
I'll raise a hand.
My hand is also raised, but I did it in person, like an idiot. And I just realized.
No. You were the person who did it correctly. Everyone else did it bad. Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone else should feel bad.
Yeah, I will also raise a hand.
Hey, what about our blind viewers?
Yeah, what about those?
That's completely valid. You should also be describing what your roles are, rather than just.
What about our deaf viewers?
I'll just shout really loud.
Our deaf viewers, hopefully, auto-generated captions are decent on YouTube. But it's usually about 4 hours long, these videos, and I'm not going to manually do it, I'm afraid. So
everyone should start slurring their words.
Yeah.
Well, looks like we'll help you, madam.
very well.
Simple conversation of a reward, I'd say, for doing this. I'd assume a sort of monetary reward, but which we can sort out later. But I would like to make sure we get safe harbor in, any of your controlled areas.
Of course.
Anything else to add, boys?
Not for me.
No?
No.
Also, like if you didn't hold a grudge against them.
Against what, sorry?
Against the vampirates. I mean, you can think they're dicks, but I'd rather, after this is all said and done, you try and hunt them down.
Well, if they continue pirating, then technically they're breaking the law.
Yeah, but, I just don't want you to hold a vendetta against them.
Well, if they help me as well, then that will be taken into consideration.
Well, in that case, I will pop the key into the door.
Bob.
And unlock it.
Alright.
And I shall put out my hand.
She will take it.
And I will shake on it. Deal is made.
Forgot to spit in your hand first.
Do we have any paper and quills? We should probably get this in writing.
Probably upstairs.
We don't use ink.
Is that a pirate thing, or?
No, we use blood.
Ah, well. Okay.
It's very
Any
simple.
reason?
He pulls a knife out. Just give me your hand. I can get us up. I can
we
fill up a
we
pot.
have some on our ship, that's fine.
You have some
Don't
blood on
worry
your
about it.
ship? Oh, we would be...
No,
well,
ink.
after the battle, we've been a little bit malnourished.
Let's get you out of here, shall we? I'll usher the princess out.
Okay, she'll squeeze out.
Anyway, steps over slime.
Wait, before you return to your ship, says Gargan. Where next we be going?
Don't know.
Alrighty then.
One moment, sorry.
Aetheron, why don't you tell us?
Did the beep sound with T-pose?
What does everyone think about his Hoover?
Pretty sick.
It's
Yeah.
weird how it just stand up like that.
Crazy.
I don't like the camera angle though, it makes it look like his entire flat's at an angle.
Does.
I don't know. Where do we go next?
You haven't decided yet, so
Oh,
You were
also,
vaguely heading into doom space with your orrery, but
I turn to Julius and take out a small cloth bundle, whatever, and open it up and show him the remains of Giuseppe that I've collected last episode.
It was him. He did it. Not Peter Potter.
Thank you for collecting his pieces.
He saved my life. But I sadly could not do the same.
Good thing I can rebuild him then.
Good. And I'll close the little package up again and give it.
I'm glad he could have been of service.
Very much so.
alright, returning to the second wind.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. T. Then. And that's when I said, fuck off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Tell me, roll for initiative. It was a trap.
Oh. Oh no. Me with my 7 HP.
Yeah, and it was your fault as well.
It's my fault.
Yeah, she asked you
The
to,
princess demanded you kiss her hand and swear fealty to her.
and you just stared into her starry eyes and didn't do anything, so.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't have kissed her hand anyway. That's creepy.
Why is it creepy?
I don't want to go kissing hands. Barely know this woman. I don't know this woman.
Hands are like the most hygienic part of the body, dude.
Once.
Like, think about where, like, germs are, and, like, what parts of your body interact with germs. Hands are, like, super fucking clean.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure. Is there actually initiative to roll? Because it says there's no active encounter. I'm
Would you
starting
like
to
to know
think.
whether
Oh,
that
you need
might
to
be that
you need to go to
reasonable.
the gullible tab to roll
Yeah.
initiative now.
Yeah,
New
I'm
module.
sure. I'm sure.
All right, you return to the second wind. Oh, this ship is quaint, she says as she boards it.
Ah, you're one of those people.
What's that supposed to mean?
You know.
I really don't.
I'm not going to bother explaining it to you.
You didn't mean it, big
I'm
guy.
just gonna
And I
walk
tap
off.
on the root.
Why would you wake me from my slumber?
Oh, sorry, man.
It's alright, I'm always slumbering.
I'll get back to it, alright?
You feel like the tree nods even though it doesn't have a head.
Russell's.
Yeah, that's his full name was Russell Howard. Can't actually remember what his name was, but... Alright. Julius
Oh.
Barnaby III. You head down to the main deck, where you find Commodore Crux. You thought he was probably mostly better while after your hug, but he still seems down. He still seems emotionally vulnerable, shall we say.
Commodore.
Ah, Julius, you're back.
Yes, we have news. We found that the weapon we were promised was actually the form of a Caesarian princess.
As you say that, she starts walking down the stairs and he notices her. The pirates are now Caesarian filth on my ship.
I'm not all that happy about it either, but we have agreed to depose her brother and put her on the throne.
May I speak to you in private? Anyone else, except for the princess, may join.
I don't know why, but I can't move my token.
Because you're trying to move it on the wrong level. It's multi-level, dude. See how it's grayed out? That's because you're not actually there anymore. You're over here.
First it was telling which way stairs go. Now it's trying to actually move your token.
Wait, what?
Where did they go?
I heard stairs, and I can only assume that Calum was talking about me.
Not everything's about you. Jeez, dude.
Yeah, man. Jesus.
You need to get your fucking ego in check, man.
Yeah, true. It's hard though, because I am the best.
It's funny because you're a fool.
I'll walk up to the princess and you have to apologize for the Commodore. He was recently ousted as captain.
I know the feeling. Is anyone else joining the Commodore in his cabin?
No way they went in here.
They
There
went
were
in
four
here.
of them, but
Oh, I can't ping at the moment. Hold on. They went in here.
Okay.
Who closed the door on Apollo? Was it Apollo or was it Aetheron?
that was
Apollo.
me myself.
I wonder what they're talking about in there.
Ah, you're back. Oh, you guys look like shit, says Mr. Flinch as you pass him.
Nice to see you too, Flinch.
I'll just keep on walking.
Julius Topola, you've known me a long time now. You may gather that I'm a man past his prime. Someone trying to seek out his old glory days. Long ago, I tried to destroy the Imperial fortress, but my fleet was routed by the Elven Armada. My flagship was one of a handful of vessels to escape, though it suffered terrible damage from Prince Zelof's solar dragon. I lost many comrades that day. For a long time, it was my hatred for the Zarian Empire that fueled me, but after what transpired earlier with you deposing me as captain, I've realized that I've carried with me as much hatred for the Zarian Empire as I have for myself, at the disgust of my own cowardice and failure. I'm sorry to have failed you all.
You didn't fail us, Commodore. It is quite natural to have thoughts and feelings on certain subject matters, while, as you agreed with me before that what you did was not the most sensible thing, it still doesn't make your feelings invalid. For example, I do not agree with helping this woman, but again, we took a vote, and I was outvoted. While I do not think this is going to lead anywhere good, I'll have to deal with it. I'll try and help in any way I can. Make sure that we get the best outcome possible, even if it isn't the one that we want.
He nods his head, but it seems somewhat non-committal. Like he's like, yeah, sort of nodding. What plans has the captain and the admiral got now?
Something that they still have to discuss.
I have an idea. My former adjutant, an old Giff comrade, Warwick Blastomoff, left for Doomspace to join the Coalition months ago. I used to regularly talk to him via our sending stones, but I lost mine in a drunken stupor a few days before we departed the Rock of Bral. But when we last spoke, he was on the island of Aetheron, looking for allies to join the Coalition. I say we head to Doomspace, and then locate Aetheron, and join up with Warwick.
That holds promise. I think we should bring that up to the captain and admiral.
He nods his head.
Those two don't really seem like the planning type, so they'll probably go with it.
My ears are burning.
You should take your headphones off, they're probably just getting a bit too hot.
I think it's a fire Genasi thing.
Look at that boy shoveling nachos into his mouth.
You fucking hoofing them.
You know they provide a fork, right?
You straight up goblin.
Who the fuck eats crisps with a fork?
They're not crisps, they're nachos.
Might as well be.
You fucking sicken me.
It is the purest form of finger food.
Fish
I'd say
fingers.
is the purest form of finger food.
Yeah, fish fingers.
It genuinely brings me pain thinking about trying to eat nachos with a fork.
Oh, to be clear, I'm not suggesting that you actually do it.
You know what? Let's
But
fucking do it besides.
it can
Well,
be
hey,
done,
it works.
but it is wrong.
Yeah.
Whenever I eat nachos or see someone else eat nachos, I always just think of the scene from that one rom-com that features Daniel Radcliffe and Adam Driver. And Adam Driver just goes, I just ate nachos. No, wait, no. I just had sex and I'm about to eat nachos. This is the best day of my fucking life.
Yeah, I love that clip. About to eat nachos.
Adam Driver's great.
Yeah. I saw someone casting him as Mr. Fantastic, and honestly, I'm not opposed to it.
Nope. It's, I'd be fine with it. I'd still be fine with John Krasinski if they actually write him to be the smartest man alive, rather than just like the most arrogant man alive.
So anyway, here's our entire plan.
Yeah.
I'm going to make the argument that that dimension never had any trouble whatsoever. So I understand why he was so arrogant. Like, they didn't have any pain or strife whatsoever.
I mean, they did literally deal with Thanos, though.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They dealt with him, but like a lot easier than the other dimensions. Like,
Yeah, that's true. Also, maybe I'm not understanding how Doctor Strange's spell works. When Doctor Strange looked into the future, I assumed he was basically looking at all like the different possibilities in the multiverse. And he supposedly found one way to beat Thanos. But there's a version where they beat Thanos where he dies. And he just went, nah, I'll let Tony sacrifice himself instead. I don't feel like dying.
Well, I mean, the issue I have with that whole thing is
we're getting
that...
into podcast territory.
Oh, yeah.
We used to have a
Okay, well-
podcast, and then
I'm going to reel us back in.
people stopped showing up to it, except for me and Alex, so we stopped doing it.
I was about to become a fucking 4-hour fucking Higgy Piggy special.
We didn't even talk about Multiverse of Madness in the podcast. That's how long ago we stopped doing it. Multiverse of Madness came out last year, didn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
When was the last Higgy Piggy episode? Anyways, yeah, continuing the conversation. So he's presented his plan, and Jericho's ears are burning. Not just because he's a fire genasi.
I'm going to have to get that checked out.
Yeah, I'll start walking out then if we're going to present this idea to the others.
Okie dokie, Dr. Jones.
You should join us if you have a moment, Mr. Flinch.
Yes, sir, Julius, he says, and scurries off to join you. Also, our last episode was in October of last year.
There's no need to call me sir.
I don't think he did. Did he? I think he called you Mister.
Oh, I thought he said sir. I was like, that's weird.
Maybe I said sir. I don't feel like I said sir, but I don't fucking know what I'm saying.
So anyway,
You
can I
definitely
just
said
you
one of
want some charcoal laced with painkillers?
That's fascinating.
Yeah, it helps. Just take a real big bite. Gentlemen, lady, I look at Apollo.
Gentlemen?
Go over here. Bap.
Just hard out there from.
Not as hard as I am.
Okay, Julius.
Just gonna serve him, you Tommy, while he crunches. It's why you eat with a fork, is because it oh, you are still eating with the fork. Damn, I was gonna say it lessens the crunch.
Actually, surprisingly effective. I can even do this.
That's fucked.
Crazy. It's
What,
crazy.
what you've just done is fucked.
No,
Yeah, that should be
fuck, but it
illegal.
works.
That's illegal.
Wait,
Wait, that's illegal.
that's illegal.
I'm gonna like write to our local Mexican place and just go, I know a certain customer who lives at this address ate your nachos with a fork. I know you provide the fork, but that's fucking illegal. You should stop accepting orders from him.
Well, I mean, I ordered nachos and tacos. So they expect somebody to do that. When are they gonna care?
Mind you, I did have to finish off a burrito with a fork recently, because the last few bits spill out of it, and I had to eat the remnants of it with a fork. And I just heard Bo Burnham say, I'd rather blow my dad than eat a burrito with a fork. Anyways. Jericho. The group is gathered round you. Apollo is ominously standing next to the princess. You also notice that they've kind of somewhat semicircle surrounded you against the edge of the ship.
This better not be an intervention, alright? I can stop any time I want.
No, it's not an intervention.
Take another bite of the charcoal.
Don't worry, it's not an intervention. It's a mutiny! I'm kidding.
Takes out gun.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I was about to fucking magic missile your ass.
Throws princess off boat. Or ship.
No, we do have an idea of what to do next, though. The Commodore said something about something and meeting someone who will help us do things. It sounded like a good plan.
And you're being super cryptic because...
I can't remember what he said.
Right.
The princess literally like pinches the bridge of her nose like, oh god, who have I thrown my lot in with?
Okay.
No, the Commodore has a friend who he communicated using sending stones with, but he lost his.
Oh, like mobile phones.
What's that?
Shut up, Finch.
My name's
Oh,
Flinch.
Sorry.
But he lost his sending stone, so he hasn't been able to contact his friend, but he's saying if we can reach him on the something. It's somewhere in doomed space.
Oh,
Well.
you're going to Doom Space.
Well, you would be accompanying us, so technically you also are going to doomed space.
Very well.
But if we can locate his friend, he may be able to assist us, as he was searching for allies. He may also have other allies that we could use.
Yes, we're going to need to build our forces if we're going to take on my brother.
Seems
I
like
approve
a
of
good-
this plan.
Okay, well... I just look at her really weirdly like, okay, in that case, I am going to talk to the Commodore to get the actual details. I'll relay it to the Admiral, and yeah, then we'll head off.
Yes, I did think the Commodore would follow us, but clearly I was mistaken.
Chilling. And I will go lay down later.
Topla?
Why is it that everything I do goes wrong? It's okay, Crux. Topla clears her throat as you enter the room.
Tip my hat to Topla.
She nods her head to you.
Commodore, I apologize for barging in.
He's currently got a bottle of whiskey that's in his hands but resting on the table. It's about 3/4 empty.
Oh dear lord. Anyway, Julius was just relaying an idea you had to me, but I wanted to come to you for the details.
Oh, yes, I suggested that we find my old comrade, Warwick Blastimov. much more competent Giff than I ever was.
And is Doomspace the last location, or is there a
He last communicated with me on the island of Arun, which is supposed to be in Doomspace.
Right, okay. Well, it's a promising lead.
Thank you.
So yeah. Toplo, if you'd be so kind, can we make our way there in a few minutes? I'll relay the information. Yeah.
You got it, Captain.
Thank you. Good work, Commodore.
Thanks. As you leave, you can see he starts nursing the bottle again.
I'll slowly start walking backwards. I'll do like a very pained smile at Toplo as I then turn around and walk away.
I like to imagine Apollo is just like appearing in different rooms, just watching people silently at this point.
Yep. Not saying a single thing.
Alright, Mr. French,
Yes, Captain.
get the ship ready for departure. We'll be leaving in a few moments.
Aye, aye, Captain.
And if someone could settle in, I really can't call you princess, so I'm going to need your first name or something. I'm probably this.
Princess Zadali.
Yeah, someone settle in Zadali, please.
There you go.
Do we have any beds except for the coffins?
There's
Well,
no coffins on this ship. Oh my god, Aetheron.
Yeah, this
I swear.
isn't a vampire ship. This is a living ship for living people.
Oh, I get confused.
Oh,
You know.
Captain. He calls up to you.
Yes, Flinch.
When we next hit port, could we collect some garlic?
I'll see what we can do, Flinch, but I'll see what. Yeah, I'll just walk away.
Zadali looks at one of you two expectantly, waiting for one of you to tour her around the ship.
Anyway, I'll head to
Well,
the Admiral and I'll relay the message, but I'm gonna go piss.
Yeah, okay.
Well,
That answers the question I was going to
have-
ask, which is whether he wanted to roleplay that bit.
well, I have things I need to get on with, so I guess you'd better show around the ship, Aetheron. There's a good chap, thank you.
Well, I mean, I was of
And I'm
noble birth, so if anyone needs to show around the princess, I'm your man. Right this way, your majesty.
What do you mean that you were of royal birth?
Well, I mean, it was several thousand years ago, so I'm not really sure how things are going over at home, but, well, it is what it is.
She furrows her brow at you, but doesn't question the whole thousands of years ago remark.
I've got great skin cream.
Very well, we'll lead the way.
Well, this is the deck. Be spending a lot of time up here, ma'am.
Excellent.
Yes, yes. This here. This is just well, it's a room. It's got more rooms. Entries to
You know
more
what? I can
rooms.
show myself around, thank you.
Oh,
It's a room.
that's bye.
Brilliant.
Alright. We'll wait for Calum to get back. Does anyone else want to do anything while we're waiting for the captain to speak to the admiral?
Are we taking a long rest, or
We will
Yeah.
be shortly, but
Okay.
we're waiting for Calum, basically. So it's just if anyone wanted to do anything on the ship while they were waiting.
I mean, my downtime, what I would do, read my book, but that's also long rest related. So
Yeah,
Not really.
nothing I want to do until downtime.
Tommy?
Rebuilding Giuseppe.
Unless Alex wants to pry me for languages again on his new character. I can't think of anything I need to do besides sleep.
Okie doke.
Yeah.
So back to Multiverse of Madness then, also known as MOM.
Yeah.
But actually, before we do that, one of my friends asked me what I was up to this week, and I had Call of Cthulhu yesterday, and I had D&D today. So I explained that I had Cockdad this week.
What? Wait, dude.
I had Cockdad. Call of Cthulhu, Dungeons and Dragons. This is the two acronyms.
Good thing you weren't explaining that to your father.
My father doesn't care about what hobbies I do to entertain myself. He's not that involved.
Oh. Rip bozo.
I finished pissing.
Damn.
All right. You go and explain stuff to the Admiral, and you return to your ship, and both ships set sail for Doomspace, with your ship leading the way, since, you know, you're the one that knows where Doomspace is. Right, so let's do long rests.
Hell yeah.
They're a thing.
Echithiesis.
I think he
Would
was
you like to
speaking.
know whether
Yeah, I would.
God, I'm so glad I got that 8 hit points back. Oh, God, I was so beat after that fight, guys.
I got 42 back. I'm pretty happy. And all my other stuff.
Yeah, man, getting all those 0 hit points back, really takes it out of you.
The red is finally gone. The red is
Oh my
finally
God,
gone.
Isn't that movie for so long?
Were you at throbbing yet, or were you just red?
Throbbing red.
Okay.
Yeah, it was bad. It was real bad. Left me to show around the princess, and I'm bleeding all over the floor.
You're just dragging yourself around.
It's
just another room.
All right, and then downtime activities.
Yup. How many days are we gonna be traveling for? Do we know already, or?
You don't know yet, so we'll deal with that as we go.
Well, the first long rest that I take, I will spend repairing Giuseppe or rebuilding him.
Okie doke.
I shall be reading.
Okay. So we're going to enter a journey period of 21 days.
Yikers.
During that
21?
time, yes, during that time, obviously, you can do your downtime activities. You can also try and get to know members of this little crew that you've gathered as time goes on. So if you want to kind of speak to Crux, Garganhael, Topola, or the Princess, or for that matter, Flinch, just let me know. But otherwise, we can just kind of whiz through the 21 days of downtime.
Okay.
Right, in that case then.
Haha. Finished the book.
All right.
Books 4.
Have
History.
a little 100 XP.
100. God damn. I'll be taking that.
So actually out here completing side quests.
Yep. Reading like a nerd.
Yeah.
For a moment there, it just looked like Tommy was looking at some tin foil. There was like no food visible. It was just him contemplating the foil.
No. Tin foil.
That doesn't look like a taco. That looks like a quesadilla.
It's a soft shell taco. They don't give you the option.
Weird.
Yeah.
It's not right if you're eating a taco and it doesn't fuck up your throat.
Mm.
Yeah, but it doesn't attack your goddamn fucking esophagus.
Yeah.
Absolutely go down to town on it, ain't a taco.
Like the wet grandma's kiss of tacos.
I'm gonna spend like all of my downtime trying to do the Telerith thing, but if there are any just like moments where I can speak to any of these boys, because it would be nice to get to know their characters a little bit more.
Actually,
Roleplay. In my
Whatever
D&D
day.
session.
like let's say day 11 or whatever, I want to go up to Julius.
Okay.
So wherever he is, I would go.
I'd probably just be up on the sort of deck with Starbow.
That was,
Shall go there.
that was the tree's name. All right. Do we really quick just want to whiz through your rolls for the thingamajig then?
20 whole fucking rolls? Oh my
21 whole
lord.
fucking rolls.
And I will be using Enhance Ability every time.
Okie doke.
21 rolls with advantage? Hot damn.
Alright,
What
Kevin,
was
what?
it to roll again? Was it just intelligence?
I think it was
Well,
Arcana.
Arcana.
It was Arcana.
You know, statistically, Alex, you should succeed.
Well, let's hope. Not that one.
That was 1.
It is a 1 in 20 chance.
That was 2.
Oof.
That was 3.
Oh my god, there's so many nat ones.
So I'm glad you're doing it with advantage.
That was 4.
Yeah.
That was 5. That was 6.
Hang on, I need to wait for all these dice to clear. There we go.
That was 7.
On this day he's trying it, I'll be there with him being like, man, you just gotta brute force it.
That was 8.
You know what I mean?
That was 9.
It's a
Oh,
goddamn
God.
training montage right now going on with him just looking at this goddamn crown.
That was 10.
What?
So
Whatever it
many
was.
25s.
Hey!
Or
Now, Apollo did say that he was going to come talk to you on the 11th day, so maybe he distracts you on the 11th day and you shouldn't
No.
get
what? No.
Maybe I'm slow. Maybe I'm slow.
Yeah, he picked the one point in the day when you tried to attune to it.
Wait, what is he supposed to roll now? Like, what does he have to do?
Well, he's just attuned to it, so, or not attuned to it, per
I
se.
need to roll a 1d6, don't I?
You now need to roll 1d6, yeah.
And what does he have to roll for success?
I believe we said 5 and a 6, didn't we? Or
Maybe. I
I
don't
know.
remember. That's why I'm asking. Okay,
it was
that's
either a
definitely
3,
not
4, and
it.
a it was either a 4, 5, 6 or a 5 and a 6. I can't remember whether I made it a 50-50 or a 1 and
I
3
think it was a
chance.
50-50.
Okay, but either way, that was a 1. So,
Yep.
all right. Well, that's day 11. We're going to pause there because Apollo said they wanted to talk to you. But before they do, I'm going to go fill up my water bottle. My water bottle.
Ball.
You're not allowed to do that because you're not British.
Oh,
What,
sorry.
Water bottle.
Bottle of water.
Bottle
What
of water.
about?
I'll be in like 5 seconds.
Wow, Buffett.
1,
Damn.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Oh, he's using the
7,
toilet to fill it up.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15,
Water straight from the bowl.
16, 17,
Imagine if he
18,
just never came
19, 20,
He just
21.
disappeared.
out. Yeah.
22, 23, 24, 87, 89.
No, you got to 24 and I sat down at 25, which is a multiple of 5. In fact, it's 5 squared, so it is like 5. Logic.
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 All right. Apollo, you approached Julius.
Yes, I approach with like my little purple stone, like in my hand. I like throw it up a little bit, and I approach him, tap him on the shoulder, and ask, "Hey, buddy, I think you are the only person on the ship, except for maybe Topola, that can do magic. Am I right?
Yes.
Fucking cries.
What can you do?
That is a very broad question. It's probably easier if you tell me what you're after, and I can say whether I can or cannot do it.
So I have this little stone, and I like roll it up a few times again and catch it, and it can store spells, and it can cast these spells.
Right.
Now, I would like to fill this stone with spells, so I could use them whenever I need to. But since it's empty right now, so I'm kind of going around looking for people who can fill this stone with spells. Useful ones, that is.
Well, I'll take it and I'll have a look at it. Am I able to discern its properties?
Yeah, sure. That would be another Arcana check.
Okay. But I still have my enhanced ability active.
Yeah, I would say so.
Cool. Doesn't really matter, but...
So, in terms of properties, it's an iron stone. Many types of iron stones exist, each type a distinct combination of shape and color. So this particular one is a vibrant purple prism that stores spells cast into it, holding them until you use them. The stone can store up to 3 levels worth of spells at a time. When found, it contained a spell, but any creature can cast a spell of 1st through 3rd level into the stone by touching it as the spell is cast. The spell itself will at that point have no effect other than being stored in the stone. If the stone can't hold the spell is expended without an effect. The level of the spell used to cast the spell determines how much space it uses, so if it's a 2nd level spell, it uses 2 slots sort of thing.
Yeah.
While the stone orbits a character's head, they can cast any spell stored in it. The spell uses the slot level, spell save DC, spell attack bonus, and spell casting ability of the original caster, but is otherwise treated as if you cast the spell. The spell cast on the stone is no longer stored in it, freeing up space. So yeah, it can be filled back up.
Okay. Well, I could certainly imbue this with magic for you. It depends on what type of spell you are after, as I don't have many offensive spells.
I would consider my offensive capabilities more than enough.
So, what type of thing were you looking for then?
Maybe something that can shield me. Maybe something that can increase my effectiveness. Maybe things of that.
I could potentially imbue it with the shield spell.
That's great.
So it can hold up to 3 spell slot levels.
Yeah, so you could do 1 3rd level spell, 1 2nd level spell, and 1 1st level spell, or 3 1st level spells.
Right. Would you want 3 shields?
Sounds amazing, yeah, sure.
Alright, then I will imbue it with 3 shields.
Okie doke. Bear with me 1 second, I'll add that to the thing in the what's-it. So it now has 3 charges essentially, and it just has spell on it. So if you go into your spellbook, Apollo, you should now have Ironstone of Reserve there, shield, and it says 3 out of 3.
Yep, it do be saying that.
Cool.
Perfect. All right, well, thank you. Like, I'm obviously not a caster, but if there's anything else I can do for you, then all you have to do is ask.
You're very welcome.
Give your clawed gloves to Giuseppe.
Except for that.
Turn
Maybe
Giuseppe
more
into the Wolverine.
I mean, I would like to see that, but
Man, do you ever think about just how fucking inconsistent the X-Men movies are?
Yes.
They're like some of the best fucking bangers in superhero movie history, and also some of the biggest fucking duds. And it's all supposed to be one cohesive series, but it's really fucking not. And it's just so fucking confusing.
Yeah, I think they just gave up on continuity after a while.
Well, the thing is, like, Days of Future Past nearly fixed it, and then they just completely fucked it with Apocalypse immediately afterwards, and it's so confusing why they do that. Like, Days of Future Past was, like, the perfect reset. It's just...
Yeah.
Anyways. Beep.
Beep.
Alright.
bibbly beep.
Anyone doing anything else that day?
No.
Okie doke. Day 12. You can re-roll your thingies, Julius.
Let's go.
Exciting.
Not enough.
God damn it.
Day 13. Not enough. 9. Day 14. And then day 15.
Oh,
19, no.
19.
We're going to pause again on day 15. Who is up on the top deck on day 15?
I am.
Probably me.
Probably me as well.
And Jericho?
What are you saying to me, Home Slice?
I'm asking you whether you are on the top deck on day 15.
I don't know, sure.
Alright. Every single one of you then, roll me a perception check.
Sip. Wow. Amazing.
7, 11, 18. Everyone, you top decking?
Yes, I am.
You rolling bones?
No,
Do you
but I can't move. Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah. There we go. There we are. Yeah.
But you're not rolling perception.
No, I will. I will.
Okay.
I thought you meant, like, did I just roll then?
Alright. That wasn't worth the wait.
God damn.
Jericho, you're the only one who spots this. Through the clouds, you see a kind of fairly large, I would say maybe 15 feet tall, humanoid silhouette sifting through the clouds, coming closer and closer to your ships. As it gets closer and the silhouette becomes more and more kind of dark and well, silhouette-like rather than just kind of a vague, faded impression through the clouds. You see that alongside it appears to be some sort of ball-shaped thing, maybe 10 feet circumference.
Man, the weapons, gents. And I'll start heading upstairs.
As he says that, do I see it then as well?
Yes, you will at that point.
Okay.
But your
Can I
reaction,
try to make out
is
what
kind
it
of
is?
like a you looking over and going, huh? Oh, okay, yeah, sort of thing, rather than a like immediately knowing what it is or anything.
Can I try to make out what it is?
Not with
Was it
that
port
roll.
or starboard side, sorry?
Okay.
Is it port or starboard side, sorry?
This side. I don't know what's port and starboard, but this side.
I'll go to the ballista then, I guess.
I will follow, and it should still be loaded.
Yep, it was loaded last time, so you can aim and fire immediately if you want.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
But you can aim if you want.
Yeah, I will aim actually.
Okay.
And I will head to the rear of the ship and try to signal. Shit.
Goes. And then realizes that he's holding his left arm up, which just has a stump now. And then goes. Alright. The shadows loom closer and closer and closer. Do you fire?
Not until I actually see what it is, or I get given an order from the captain.
They break through the clouds. You can now see what they are. It appears to be some sort of giant humanoid, pointy ears and a pointy chin, wearing a fur cloak and some sort of weird shell-like hat, like a mollusk, on his head. Alongside him, the ball-shaped thing is a beholder. They are making their way directly towards your ship, the Second Wind.
What are we doing, Captain?
Now, I don't want to be one of them people, but that's a beholder. Fire.
Okay, do you fire?
Who in the chain is firing?
What if it's here to give us drinks and pizza?
I'm
I'm gonna fire.
I'm not sure it's here for Bisky.
Alright.
Fire.
You aiming at the beholder then, are you? Or at the giant? Okay.
Yeah, the captain mentioned beholder, so...
Alright, roll...
Make it a warning shot if you will, please.
Alright, roll a dexterity check plus your proficiency bonus.
Okay.
How dexterous is Julius?
Oh, it goes completely wide. The beholder looks at the bolt as it goes by and then just turns around and goes, "Oi! What the fuck?" And then floats over
Excellent
above
warning
the
shot,
ship.
Barnaby.
The giant will then follow and go, "Well, that's no way to greet visitors," as he continues walking on the air until he steps onto the ship itself.
What did I tell you?
I don't see them holding pizza.
Can I try and see if it's the same beholder that was actually giving out pizza?
This does not appear to be the beholder on the Rock of Bral, no.
Okay.
"That was incredibly rude," says the giant, putting his hands on his hips.
Apologies, sir. Normally visitors ask permission before boarding.
You shot at us before we boarded, so we boarded to say don't shoot at us.
That is a good point.
Yeah, that was
Go,
real,
Apollo.
that was real
I'm
fucked up.
sorry about these trigger-happy lot. What can we do you for?
We are looking for someone, says the beholder, menacingly.
I'm gonna start loading the ballista again.
Turns it around.
Who are you looking for?
A fire Genasi.
Nope, none here.
By the name of Jericho Uhroson.
Nope, none here.
They do something to you?
His eye looks over every single one of the crew that's on the top deck. No. Unless they were the one that pulled the trigger on the ballista.
Yep, that was him.
Fuck you, Alex.
The giant folds their arms and goes, "Which one of you is Jericho or son?"
Who wants to know? And I stand in front of my captain.
My name is Marty the Mercane.
Step aside, Apollo.
Wait, I can't. Wait.
Because you move down to the
No.
lower map.
He trips and falls down the stairs.
I'll be the man you're looking for, and I'll tip my my captain's hat up.
Excellent. I understand that you are owed a birthday present, he says, and he opens his coat and pulls out a box.
Oh my god! It's Santa Claus. Oh no.
Oh boy, someone remembered.
He bends down and hands you the box, which is about this big.
Oh god.
He's holding it in one hand. Alright, Calum. Choose a letter of the alphabet.
S.
Alright, 1, 2. Choose a number between 1 and 10.
7. When you said you were going to tie this in, I didn't think it was just going to be a beholder coming out of the clouds.
I wonder what would have happened if the ballista shot would have actually hit one of them.
You would have had to have fought them.
Merry Christmas, guys. Happy birthday, me.
Alright. You open the box, and what's inside appears to be just a bunch of, like... It looks like it was probably one gemstone at one point, a fairly large gemstone. But, like, it looks like it's been delivered by UPS and has been, like, smashed up in the box, and it's now a bunch of shards instead.
I love it.
You now have a spell shard in your inventory.
Oh.
It does not require attunement. It's currently blank, but it basically works like a spell book. You can store spells in it.
Oh, right. Store how?
It can be magically imbued with information.
Oh.
While holding the shard, you can use an action to open your mind to the shard, seeing its content in your mind. Blah, 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 blah.
So it is just a fancy spellbook.
Yeah. Right, that's the delivery out of the way. Now that we've come out all this way, if you want to buy anything else, we are open for business.
Oh.
Well,
Let's just have a look at DI wares.
Right.
yes.
Well, they have for sale anything on the Wondrous Items Common list. If you want, I can quickly read through that stuff, and if anyone likes the sound of anything, they can pipe up.
Sure.
They've got an all-purpose tool. They've got an Amulet of the Devout.
What is that?
Amulet of the Devout. This amulet bears the symbol of a deity inlaid with precious stones or metals. While you wear the holy symbol, you gain a bonus to spell attack rolls and saving throw DCs of your spells. This bonus is determined by the amulet's rarity. This one would be a common one. While you wear this amulet, you can use your Channel Divinity feature without expending one of the feature's uses. Once this property is used, it can't be used again until the next dawn. It can only be attuned by clerics or a paladin.
Well, I'm not. So,
You got an Arcane Grimoire. They've got a Band of Loyalty. The Beholder here can give you a barrier tattoo.
put that.
A barrier tattoo is a magical tattoo that depicts protective imagery and uses ink that resembles liquid metal. While you aren't wearing armor, the tattoo grants you an armor class depending on the tattoo's rarity. This one would be, this one would be uncommon, not common, so it's in the wrong folder. But I'll allow it because I've already read it out. Give you 12 plus your dexterity modifier if you were wearing armor. And you can still use a shield and still gain the benefit.
Cool.
Bead of Nourishment. Bead of Refreshment. Blood Crystals. Not the same things from Fates and Tides, though. Blood Well Vial. Boots of False Tracks. Candle of the Deep. Charlatan's Die. A Cleansing Stone. A Cloak of Billowing. A Cloak of Many Fashions. A Clockwork Amulet. Cloves of Mending. A Dark Shard Amulet. A Dread Helm. I thought that was someone going like, ooh, but it's just a Carlo. Earhorn of Hearing. An Enduring Spellbook. An Urzat's Eye.
What is that?
An Urzat's Eye is an artificial eye that replaces a real one that was lost or removed. While the Urzat's Eye is embedded in your eye socket, it can't be removed by anyone other than you, and you can see through the tiny orb as if it were a normal eye.
Okay.
There's an Everbright Lantern. There's a Fernian Ash Focus. There is a Glamour Weave. There is a Hat of Vermin. A Hat of Wizardry.
Ooh, Hat of Wizardry.
Yep, that is an antiquated cone-shaped hat adorned with gold crescent moons and stars. And while you're wearing it, you gain the following benefits. You can use the hat as a spellcasting focus for your wizard spells. By the way, it can only be attuned by wizards, but I believe that's the other class you multitasked into, wasn't it?
Yep.
Cool. So yeah, you can tune to it then. So yeah, you can use it as your spellcasting focus, and you can try to cast a cantrip that you don't know. The cantrip must be on the wizard spell list, and you must make a DC 10 Intelligence Arcana check. If the check succeeds, you can cast the spell. If the check fails, so does the spell, and the action used to cast the spell is wasted. In either case, you can't use this property again until you finish a long rest.
Interesting.
It's basically like the classic Merlin hat as well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to Lou real quick. I don't think I can afford anything anyway.
Okie doke.
Holy dokely.
There's Heward's Handy Spice Pouch. There's the Horn of Silent Alarm. There's the Illuminator's Tattoo. There is the Imbued Wood Focus. There's the Iron Rosewood Focus. There is the Key Charm. There is the Kyphurian. There we go. Kyphurian Manchineel Focus. Lamanian Oak Focus. Lock of Trickery. Masquerade Tattoo. There's the Mystery Key. There's the Orb of Direction. The Orb of Shielding, of which you can then choose what type of shielding you want. There's the Orb of Time. The Perfume of Bewitching. The Pipe
What is
of
that?
Perfume of Bewitching. This tiny vial contains magic perfume enough for one use. You can use an action to apply the perfume to yourself, and its effects last 1 hour. For the duration, you have advantage on all charisma checks directed at humanoids of challenge rating 1 or lower. Those subjected to the perfume's effect are not aware that they've been influenced by magic.
Holy dokely.
There's the Pipe of Remembrance, the Pipe of Smoke Monsters, there's the Pole of Angling, the Pole of Collapsing, the Pot of Awakening, the Pressure Capsule, there's a Prosthetic Limb, there's a Rysian Pine Focus, Rope of Mending, Ruby of the War Mage.
Mm,
Do you want to know what that does?
yeah.
Requires attunement by a spellcaster. Etched with Eldritch Ruins, this 1-inch diameter ruby allows you to use simple or martial weapons as a spellcasting focus for your spells. For this property to work, you must attach the ruby to the weapon by pressing the ruby against it for at least 10 minutes. Thereafter, the ruby can't be removed unless you detach it as an action or the weapon is destroyed. Not even an anti-magic field causes it to fall off. The ruby does fall off of the weapon, if your attunement to the ruby ends.
Okay. Don't worry then.
Okey-doke. Scribe's Pen.
Oh, what is that?
Scribe's Pen requires attunement by a creature with the mark of scribing. You can use this pen to write on any surface. You decide whether the writing is visible or invisible, but the writing is always visible to a person with the mark of scribing. Any creature with the mark of scribing can use an action to touch the invisible writing, making it visible to all. If you use the pen to write on the creature that isn't a construct, the writing fades after 7 days. There's the Sicolian Worshipping Statuette, the Shavaran Birch Focus, Shift Weave. You can get a spell scroll of a cantrip of your choice, spell scroll of a first level spell of your choice. You can buy a spell shard, which is what Jericho just got. You can get a spell wrought tattoo of cantrip or first level. You can get a talking doll, a tankard of plenty, tankard of sobriety, veteran's cane, wand of conducting, wand of pyrotechnics, wand of scowls, wand of smiles, wand sheath, or Zorian wenge focus.
How much are the spell scrolls?
For a cantrip, that will set you back 100 gold. For a first level spell, 200 gold.
Can I choose any cantrip?
Yeah.
And I, as a fighter, can also use that then.
Yeah.
And it's like a tattoo, so I can use it every single day.
No,
only
it's one use.
Oh, it is one use.
If you get a spell wrought tattoo, that's a different thing. A spell wrought tattoo, is also single use. So you tattoo it onto your body and then it disappears when you use it.
Okay.
It's unfortunate I am poor as shit right now.
They also have potions for sale if anyone wants potions.
Is there a cantrip that gives advantage to charisma throws?
No.
What's charm? Is charm a cantrip or is that a first level?
I think it's a first or second level.
Charm person, yeah, first level.
You said they have potions.
Yeah, they've also got common potions, which is a much shorter list, you'll be glad to hear. They've got Potion of Climbing or a normal Potion of Healing.
How much would Potion of Healing be? 100 gold?
50 gold for a normal Potion of Healing.
I would get 2 of those.
Okie doke. So that'll be 100 gold, and I'll put those in your inventory.
Make it. Okay.
They are under your consumables.
Cool. Considering that I finished both of my books, can I maybe resell them to them?
The books weren't magical, were they?
No.
Then they're not of interest to them, I'm afraid. They deal purely in magical stuff.
Okay.
Any more for any more?
I'm good, thank you.
You're most welcome. Very well. Come along, Bob the Beholder, he says, putting an arm around the Beholder. We have to go meet with a young man named Jeffrey. He's looking to hire delivery men for a new business he's cooking up. And they disappear back into the clouds.
Well, that was the thing.
That was fucking weird. You don't think they were vampires, do you?
Oh, they were worse.
Back
At
to
least
the
one of them.
village. I just walk away.
Captain, we didn't check whether they sold garlic.
They didn't, Fletch.
It's Flinch. Everyone gets my name wrong.
Poor guy.
Alright, we'll wait till Alex gets back. Tommy, start a conversation.
I just had some lovely churros. They're really good. I haven't had them in a long time. What do y'all think of Mexican food?
I love Mexico.
I do like Mexican.
Yep. Do
There
be
you go.
delicious. And he's back. Damn. Good job, Toby.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Pete, I would like to converse with Princess.
Okie doke. You can go find her.
While that is happening, can I go up to Julius and give him one of my healing potions?
Sure. I think the transfer items to other players should be working now, so it's the little hand shake
Give
symbol on the
item.
items.
Julius, for item. Boop. Did that work?
I don't know. Did that work?
I still have both in my inventory.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay, hold on.
Did it again.
Did you get a notification at all, Alex?
No.
Alright, that's fine. I will just manually do it.
Say for the spell to put in a stone.
Ah, thank you, Apollo. Much appreciated.
And I'll nod.
Alright. You both should now have one normal potion of healing.
Yup.
Yep.
Jericho, still searching for the princess.
Yes, I would like to mention I am opening these doors, but I will be knocking beforehand every time. Not being weird.
Okay.
It's just, you know.
I'm in. Ah, Captain Jericho.
Just wanted to see if you settled in.
The accommodations are better than what I've had recently.
Yeah, that's good to hear. Shouldn't be too far now.
Man, there is a fucking bird going ham near you.
Yeah.
Tweet, tweet.
So did you know they're free? You can just pick them up.
What, birds?
Yeah, they're free. You can just take them.
Free birds.
They're not free.
Yeah, PSA everyone out there. Go to your local park and just take a bird. They're free.
They're not free. They're government property.
Not anymore.
There weren't birds until the 1920s, man.
Listen, that
They're
bird's
drones.
arguing with you right now.
Yeah, of course it is. It's a government shill.
Uh,
It's going, no, birds always existed. But that's what the media wants you to think.
Yeah, they're nesting right outside my house,
Yeah, no.
my window. So.
I'm used to it, don't worry. I grew up in a bedroom that birds used to nest in the gutter outside the window. So like little chicklets in the spring would just like start screeching early in the morning. It's fucking hell. Anyways, yeah, so she had just said that she's adjusting alright considering her previous accommodation.
Yes, well, just came to check up and maybe talk a bit more.
What would you like to talk about?
Well, this empire of yours and your people, is it relatively new?
The Azarian Empire has been around for several centuries. We've been slowly expanding, trying to restore the order that was torn apart during the Sundering.
I see.
You know for a fact, by the way, the empire that existed before the Sundering was not the Azarian Empire, so they are not trying to restore the same empire, but she's claiming that they're trying to restore the order that the previous empire had.
Was it called anything different before the Sundering, or?
I don't think we came up with a specific name for it, so we'll just call it the Empire.
I see. Doesn't seem too far from my old stead.
No.
Yes, you might not have heard of it. Apparently, it's still here. Topolo is apparently caught in the wind of it. It's a kingdom in the west, the Golden Dominion.
Ah, yes, I've heard of the Golden Dominion.
It's nice to see it's still around.
Why wouldn't it be?
It's sort of a long story. I've been asleep for a little bit longer than one would like.
She furrows her brow, but doesn't push further.
It would be interesting if it is the same as it was. Make our empires not so different.
And the Golden Dominion used to be fairly central to the old empire, my understanding is.
Yeah. Yeah, for what it was, the Order and the way they ran things was relatively good. But towards the end, before I left, I didn't agree with their ways of persuasion.
Hence your anti-authority disposition.
Well, leads up to it. It's more of a feeling, you know? Pit in my stomach.
I heard you mentioning introducing a democracy. Do you really think that would work?
That was just Julius talking. Truth be told, I honestly don't care.
Then what are you fighting for?
I still don't know. Guess that's what I'm trying to figure out.
You should figure out. Otherwise you don't know what you're willing to die for. Well, maybe I'll let you know when I find it. Maybe. If we're still traveling together at that point.
Yeah. You never know. and I will get up and take my leave.
All right. Anyone want to do anything else this day?
I don't know if Julius has rolled.
Yes, yeah.
Already.
If that's a no, we'll go on to day 16. Julius, do you want to roll?
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's not good enough. Do better.
Slams
Next roll.
through the table. That's not good enough.
Day 17. That's not good enough. Hey.
Oh!
Or, come on.
4,
Please.
5, or 6. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Oh, god damn it! How? Oh.
Day
Getting
18.
close.
That's not good enough. That's not good enough.
Why is the room gone?
That's not good enough.
Damn.
I'm not gonna do the 21st day because I want my spell slots.
Okay. I love weddings.
I mean, you can still
Drinks all
try
around.
once, just without advantage.
No, well, no, I don't want to risk it.
Oh yeah, actually, you're right.
Yeah, if after all that I roll a nat 1,
Never
I
mind.
can't, like...
Yeah, I forgot about
Yeah.
that part.
Okay. Well, on the 21st day of Christmas, my true love gave to me nothing because I'm alone. On the 21st day, the silvery haze of the clouds thins as your ship and the last breath, the ship accompanying you, enters an area that appears to be almost devoid of sunlight. The ship glides between colossal fragments of smoky grey crystal, remnants of an outer shell of fantastic proportions, as silent and lifeless as a graveyard. Doomspace gives a new meaning to the phrase, dead of night. Okay. You're still traveling at this point.
I really hope Tommy's not pissing right now. Nope. Okay, good.
Unless you pissed in the
sorry?
sink.
Oh.
Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy?
I mean, he could have been pissing because he doesn't wash his hands. Disgusting. Thought I said I never wanted to see you again, Tom.
Wait, what?
For Star Wars Celebration, in the hotel room, you came out and I was like, did you even wash your hands? And you were like, no. And I said, disgusting, I never want to see you again.
Bro,
And for some reason, you're still here. What's going on?
bro,
I don't even remember.
I pissed in costume and still washed my hands.
I did actually wash my hands.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mhm.
questionable.
Yeah, I lifted up the. Well, I mean, I lifted up the top of the toilet and washed my hands in the water in there. You know, with the water. That's why the water starts pouring into there. It's like a
Yeah,
tap.
yeah.
It's what you're supposed to do.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why you see me again. That's why you see me again.
I'll let you off the hook.
Yeah, that's what I fucking thought. I don't like being falsely accused.
Hey, Calum, it sounds like there's more than one bird now. Do you think you can kill both of them with one stone?
No.
Damn.
Chicken. Can I roll a perception check?
Cheeto.
Sure.
Cheeto. Ah.
What are you trying to perceive?
I think I'm just generally looking out now that we're in this spooky territory.
Okay. Well,
To not get surprised by anything.
you don't really see anything of interest beyond the kind of floating crystalline structures that you're flying past. You notice that the sails themselves don't even appear to be being like impacted by wind or anything. It just is like gliding through the night essentially.
Right.
Beautiful night, isn't it, Funch?
It's Flinch, Captain, sir.
Ah, yes. Good. Best
Flunch?
use of that.
Okay. Anyone doing anything on this day?
Didn't Alex or someone say they wanted to speak to?
Yeah, actually, if there's any point during today where like the sort of main party is close by, I'd like to just speak to all of them basically.
You can gather your party before venturing forward.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll like, if there's somewhere like we can sit down and there's just like a couple of drinks or something, I'll just kind of motion for everyone to come over and sit down just to chill out.
Okie doke. There's not really like a... Well, there is a common room. Yeah, you can go to the common room if you want.
Yeah, I'll go to a couple.
Get teleported, nerds.
Damn.
Get fucking no-clipped nerd. Get fucking no-clipped other nerd.
I feel good.
Well, I mean, nerd. Who do you think I am? Someone that plays like D&D or something?
Yeah, you
What's
play
that?
dad and you might play cock one day.
Hot down.
It annoys me when people acronym it as DND, as in Delta November Delta. It should always be acronym DAD. Not even D ampersand D, just DAD. Okay, Captain Jericho sits at a different table to the other three, but you have some drinks.
Oh, Captain, are you sure you don't wish to join us over here?
It's only us here. Why do we have to all be sitting cooped up on one table?
It's
Like
just
stretch
cozy,
our
innit?
legs.
Captain's not a man of the people.
As you wish.
I slam my fist onto the table. You shut your mouth, Aetheron. Dare you wish this slander upon me?
Well, in all of the kerfuffle that's been happening over the past
Slowly drag
however
it.
long,
What?
I just realized we never got a chance to properly talk. Figured it would be nice just to get to know each other a little bit, especially seeing as this is turning out to be quite the long journey together.
I nod.
As you can see,
So,
as a person of humans.
yes, I've gathered that so far, but that's fine with me. So, what did you guys get up to before stumbling upon us? Where do you guys come from?
Well, to answer your first question, we once fell down about 3,000 steps. That was fun.
Oh, really? What was the
Yeah,
purpose of
aye.
that? Just for the sake of it, or?
well, we were supposed to be apprehending a criminal, but well, things don't always go so smoothly. You'll come to find that out the hard way. But as for where we're from all around the place. You can probably tell by our appearance.
Yes, you are quite a varied group.
I'd love to say where these two are from, but I'll be honest, I can't remember for the life of me.
Oh, you're not that close of a group then.
I'm still wrapping my head around the fact that we've been asleep for thousands of years.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah, I did well. Yeah.
about that.
Please go on.
We all kind of woke up. We'd been frozen for God knows, gods know how many years. I couldn't quite put a exact number on it, but it must be at least tens of thousands before this world kind of, blew up.
Mhm. As someone that is like born in this era, I suppose, do I have any like sort of knowledge of when the sundering happened? Like in
Several
context where we are now?
several thousand years ago.
Several thousand. Okay. That's hard to believe, but intriguing.
Oh, this whole time's been intriguing since we woke up. But you won't get bored with us, that's for sure.
And why were you put to sleep for thousands of years?
There's something about saving the world. There was
Ah,
another one of us, but he didn't make it.
oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
He was a good man with a wonderful accent, and he shall be missed.
I'll slightly like bow my head. So, you said you were apprehending a criminal. What were you some lawmen or vigilantes, just good citizens? What was going on there?
We had to pay a debt for beating up a bunch of guards for no reason.
Oh, I see.
The reason was valid.
May I ask what the reason was?
I didn't like their way of government. I squint at Julius.
Ah, were they tyrants?
Bureaucrats.
Even worse.
So I simply told them they can take my weapons, but they'll have to take it from my unconscious body.
And I'm assuming they did?
Yes. I was more than happy being thrown in jail by myself, but these guys here decided to get involved.
Well, most of us did anyway. It was an experience.
It's a good quality having your comrades' backs.
I agree. Even if you do get thrown in jail.
Or let one of them die. I start to just do like a fucking 1,000-yard stare into the distance.
I'm just gonna like look around.
Well, I just
Oh.
got awkward.
So, what actually drove you to seek us out, or Commodore Crux out at least?
We don't have a ship.
Ah,
Well,
Well,
we had a ship.
but it's currently floating out there somewhere.
I miss Colin.
with no rudder.
Who's Colin?
A ship.
A crystal.
Your ship is a crystal named Colin.
Correct.
Our
Well,
ship is red.
Technically
powers
speaking,
it.
that is correct.
A magic crystal that you named Colin.
No,
He named himself.
A sentient magic crystal.
Correct.
This is...
I think you'd like him, Julius. He writes poems.
Oh, I'm not much of a fan of poetry, I must say.
Julius, come on. You make super soldier toads and you're surprised about a sentient crystal?
Super so.
Well, yes. I mean, magic crystals are used pretty much every day as things to imbue or such, but a sentient crystal is something quite different. That isn't something you see every day.
Well, I hope you get to meet him one day. He's charming.
I would very much like this. It sounds intriguing. I would like to study it.
I'm not sure how you feel about that, but you can give it a go.
Is he encased within a body, or is he simply a crystal?
He's a
I've
large
tried asking
crystal.
him. You can ask him yourself, but it won't be a simple answer.
I've just realised we're going to get such a bollocking.
What, for leaving him?
Yeah.
He doesn't have
Yeah.
a concept of time. Forgot. We might as well just been gone for 5 minutes.
Well, he's not going to be happy that we left him.
He might not have much of a concept of time, but he does very much have a concept of abandonment issues.
But we've done that before, and we've come out of it on top. It's fine. It's fine.
A
We'll find a way.
sentient crystal with abandonment issues. Now this I must see.
Aye, must be the parents.
We're going to need a gift for him.
Oh yeah.
I agree.
Not- I think Julius and his creations might come in handy on that one.
Maybe
can
he
maybe
will
do-
appreciate the presence of Giuseppe.
Perhaps. I mean, if it is a sentient crystal, perhaps he was imbued with magic. It would not be entirely unlike of Giuseppe, except Giuseppe cannot talk.
Ribbit.
At least not outwardly.
Could you make him talk?
I don't know. Genuinely, I don't know if I could make him talk.
Food for thought.
I could potentially imbuing him with a learning process, let's go with, where he would be able to develop his own responses would probably be out of my expertise currently. But I could potentially make it so that he has built-in responses to certain questions or statements.
I see.
But it wouldn't be as if he is able to fully converse
Would
of
that
his own will.
Yes, 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 yes.
if he died, would he have to learn again? Or is Giuseppe the same Giuseppe who bit the dust if you make him again?
I suppose it's how you look at it. It is the same build, the same most of the time the same parts. Obviously, if they're returned to me, otherwise I have to make him fresh. So, it's like anything really. If you take parts of anything built and replace them, is it still the same object, or is it now new because you've replaced parts?
I meant more on the spiritual side of things.
Spiritually, he has no spirit.
Oh,
He is a construct.
so he doesn't have any kind of soul.
No.
Fascinating.
At least none that I have knowledge of, or we as mere mortals would understand. If there is something else going on there, maybe a higher power looking out for the souls of constructs, if they have them, then maybe, but not that I'm aware of.
Very interesting.
I have thought about modifying him in some respects, but I don't know. There's something about him at the moment that just makes him pure.
Well, I get that.
Could always strap your gun to him.
That would be quite hilarious.
Yep, it would.
But it would leave me unarmed, so unfortunately not. Maybe on a weekend we could take him to a shooting range and have him practice. And by shooting range, I mean shooting blankly out into space. Because there are no shooting ranges. Unless, of course, we went back to my home planet, of course. Then we could find one.
Sorry, home planet.
Well, I say planet, but it's more of just a colloquialism for floating island.
Right, okay, floating island, got it.
Yes.
That makes more sense. I think.
Well, you've seen the way the world is.
Like I
correct?
said, I'm still trying to wrap my head around the whole floating island thing.
I suppose it must be quite strange for you, considering you've been asleep for so long.
Oh, aye.
Hmm.
So many strange things that you people have made.
I would love to learn more about before the Sundering. If you ever have any memories that you would like to share, I would be most interested.
Oh, I remember most things from where I'm from. But, depends when you've got the time.
How about right now?
Oh, well. I'm from a great land, a great trading nation called Eudalis.
Do I know Eudalis?
Roll me a history check.
Okay.
I will once again tap him on the shoulder. Sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
Yes, you have heard of Eudalis.
Oh.
Very dark.
Anyway, it was a true jewel of this entire planet. Then one day there was a mighty monsoon. Most of Eudalis fell that day, but a lot of its inhabitants turned to necromancy to bring a lot of the people back. And in the end, death became a way of doing things. It became a very dark nation, but a lot of us fought to keep the ways of old, myself included.
So
Alas.
you did not wish to become undead?
Well, no. You see, I was personally raised by the current king of Udalis.
Back
Well,
then.
Slowly look at him.
well, you know, my people were trying to fight for the old ways, and I believe we were morally right to do so, but we were still seen as rebels. So, you know, raising a dead noble was just kind of a sick joke, I suppose. So here I am. That's the last thing I remember.
Yes, there are quite a lot of struggles around nobility.
I died on the battlefield. That's all I can say.
It is strange to come across so much nobility after I left my home. I thought I was getting away from it all.
You a noble? No, you a noble yourself?
Yes. My previous title was Lord Julius Barnaby III,
Oh, very fancy.
but I gave that life up. It wasn't for me. I was birthed into it and, well, as a nobleman's son yourself, you probably know how it all goes. Forced into taking on duties and responsibilities that you may not necessarily wish to do. Once my
Yes.
parents died, I wanted to branch out. I was tired of having these responsibilities, and it just wasn't what I wanted for my future. The perks were nice, but it wasn't what I was interested in, which is why I came aboard this ship.
I see. Understandable. I mean, I can't really say that I know what that's like. I lived in a time of constant war, so all of the houses kind of work together to stay alive. But, you know, times of peace and politics, someone's always got to fuck them up.
Yes, that's another reason that I left it all behind. I grew disillusioned with the government, the monarchy, generally the people that hold most power in that land.
I see.
That's why I have a problem with the Caesarians.
As you're talking, Aetheron busts out a typewriter and just starts.
Something turns into an episode of Murder, She Wrote.
Oh, fucking hell, Calum's trying to kill me. I appreciate that reference. Call it a reference.
Well,
So we got royalty aboard.
I like to imagine everyone just turns to him and just goes,
yeah, it's
yes.
the princess.
You picked up a princess.
No, I'm talking about these two.
Oh, I am
Fucker.
not a royal. I am just nobility. I was a lord of the land. But as I said, I gave that title up. I left my estate to the people, turning it into an orphanage. Orphanages. Jizz. Jizz.
What is an
Jizz.
orphanage?
Jizz. Cheeto. Sorry, I malfunctioned there.
Turns out that Julius's latest invention is just a cyborg version of himself, but it's not very
He's
good.
just sleeping upstairs.
Yes, an orphanage. That's the word I was looking for.
Right.
One last act to help my people before I move on to greater things. So, you've mentioned that you're still just confused about what's happening. Does that mean that you have, other than stopping the elves, no future plans, goals that you wish to attain? Well, that's a point. You said about saving the world or something. Is that what you're doing this for, or is that something else entirely?
Well, I mean, we were supposed to do some stuff a while ago, but I've kind of forgotten.
We don't really know either. We were told by this gnome who woke us up after I don't know how many years, and he told us that we're the way of saving the world. That's where we're at.
See, I don't think you remember that, right, Apollo? We woke up accidentally.
Well, yeah, but like he's the reason we were asleep in the first place.
Apparently, us being asleep is the reason the world was saved. So, us not being there technically means that it's probably going to go to shit again. And I will say that when I was in the observatory with Tugler and all that, I did look the general direction of where the gnome was, and it's not looking very good right there.
So, you abandoned your
Well, want to stretch our legs?
role, I would say.
We never knew where to begin with. We didn't have a goal or anything.
Not per se.
And we really have fucked up now, because, one of us has died. We need to find a replacement. I slowly turned head to Julius.
Turn my head to Giuseppe.
I'm flattered, but perhaps I am. Maybe.
You said you were out to do greater things, no?
Well, yes.
What could
I
be greater than
suppose
saving
I
the world?
did. By bigger and better things, I sort of meant through my inventions and innovations. I figured I could make some groundbreaking technological progress that could help the masses, but I suppose if I apply that same logic as I journey with you to save the world, yes, but it is not my destiny, as you so called.
That settles it then.
We were just joking, Julius, don't worry.
Oh, thank the Lord.
Wait, were we?
We are going to have to find a replacement.
As I said, depending on your plans, do you just aim to continue going place to place, trying to find what to do next?
Yeah, excuse me.
Let's see. Damn.
Yeah, I guess so. We don't really have a. Well, I say we don't really have a goal in land. Land.
Well, how about we finish this mission first, and after we continue talking about what we do next.
I don't know. I feel like we're meant to visit that place, right?
That place where the princess goes.
No, before this, before our, when our ship got buggered up.
So, well, you're the captain.
But, it's fine. We'll do this.
Curious how you have decided to take on the full might of the Caesarian Empire.
Yeah,
The
why not?
Caesarian.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called.
Well, Caesarian is a different thing entirely.
Yeah, I know, but like, when I heard it, I was like, that's the first thing that came to my mind, and I was like, I mean, that's a weird name for it, but sure, like
The
I'll go with
Zarian
it.
Empire.
Zarian.
Or the Zazarian, I sometimes pronounce it, because it's spelled Xaryian.
Yeah, the Caesarian. That's where I got Caesarian.
Yeah, that's fair. No, I knew where you got it from, but I didn't feel like I could let you get away with just saying it without bringing it up.
Well, when you first said it, the first thing that came to my mind was, wait, that's where Lobo's from. But that's like Zarnian or something.
I don't see why not.
Wait, Lobo's from Narnia?
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
he's Mr. Tumnus's cousin.
You know Mr. Tumnus is fucking James McAvoy?
McAvoy. Yeah.
Like, every now and again I'll just remember that fact and just be like, holy fucking shit.
Like I'm telling you, like James McAvoy is gonna go down as one of like the best actors of his time period. I'm certain of it.
Oh, for sure.
Like it still blows my mind to this day that he voices Arthur in Arthur Christmas.
Did not know that.
Fucking mental.
But his voice as Morpheus in the Sandman audiobook is... It's not appropriate for me to explain my feelings towards that voice on stream.
Morbius drinking of 40 off of awards.
I appreciate that reference.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see why we can't take on this empire.
But why do you want to? I mean, there are many good reasons. Just
Name one.
Yeah, just what is the main drive behind this?
I'm giving you multiple options. Just give me a fucking reason why you're doing this shit.
I don't have one, alright? I've been asleep for a
Give me
fucking long
reason
time.
right now.
I've been asleep for a long time. I want to do stuff.
I mean, fair enough, but you're either the bravest group I've ever met, or the most foolish.
No, I'm very foolhardy and dumb. And I take challenges that I shouldn't. That is just who I am.
I respect that.
It is probably
People
the
like-
main reason I was sent off to, go, and then I quotation with my fingers, save the world.
It is people like you who get stuff done. Even if they don't know why they're doing it.
Well, when I figure out why I'm doing the things I do, I'll tell you. Like I'll tell that goddamn elf princess. Everyone wants to know why I do what I do.
I'm not that invested, I was just curious.
Yeah.
So anyway, what's your deal? And I'm just gonna turn and look at Apollo.
That friend is a lost cause.
Apollo can't take their helm off right now because the guy who voices them is currently starring in the Last of Us TV show, so they couldn't schedule him to appear.
I was so zoned out there.
Well, all you need to know
Christ.
is that Julius has just turned to you and gone, so what's your deal?
Okay, I completely lost that. Let's play that back.
That's all that's happened. Like,
Yeah.
there was a full conversation going on, which you weren't apparently paying attention to. That's fine. And then Julius turned to you and said, "So what's your deal?" That's all the
I was just
context you need.
daydreaming. I was daydreaming in character.
That's fine, but that's all the
That's what
context
I
you
was
need
doing.
to get to this scene. Is you've been asked,
Yep.
"What's your deal?"
I just kind of shake out of my daydreaming, I guess. I roll as well. And turn to Julius, and I'm like, well, I was also obviously very much alive thousands of years ago, and I was a general.
Ah. Many many wars in this time then.
A lot, yes. Though I was more of the defender, and my people never really had a lot of issues with other civilizations. It was more of like small groups of people who rebelled, I guess.
Hmm. What land did you come from?
From the tree named Remornia.
Do I know Ramonia?
Roll me another history check. And you can have advantage since you seem to be fairly well learned from that first history roll.
Nice.
Damn.
You've also heard of Romonia, yeah?
The big tree.
Yes. Though, seeing as how the world looks now, I doubt that tree that big will be able to survive in this climate. I suppose.
Do I know if Ramonia is still?
For that, it would just be a straight intelligence roll and normal. So, no advantage for this one.
Apollo, did you not ask Topolo if she's synod in our observatory?
You're not sure.
Okay. That is curious. It is weird to think how much things would have changed since you would have last been there. If
In
it
fact,
still exists.
My last memory was there. I don't even know how I got put into that slumber. I have no clue. My last memories are of that tree. But as I said, the chances of the tree still standing are next to impossible, I would imagine. So,
I mean, weirder things have happened.
Insert a kind of out of tune, not correct beat version of the Stranger Things theme tune.
yes, that.
I must say that you lot are a strange bunch, but very interesting.
Yeah.
Well, as long as we're not boring. I hate to be
Oh.
boring.
Far from it. I would like to see where fate leads you.
We
Just like us.
shall see.
What about you, Captain? From what land do you hail?
Well, originally it was named Uros, but they seem to have renovated since I've been asleep. Now go by the Golden Dominion.
Can I do a history check on Golden Dominion?
Sure. Also with advantage. And this will be your last advantage roll with history for this. You're not going to permanently have it.
Yeah.
Oh, you know everything about it.
You
Goddamn.
visited the Golden Dominion in one of your adventures.
Ah.
Pogface!
So Calum can share some facts that you would know about the Golden Dominion if he wants.
Hell yeah, my guy. What do you want to know?
I guess, like, just stuff about their culture, I guess.
Ah, pretty simple. It was originally just a city. That city then took more cities to create an empire. Basically assimilated them through conquest and then assigned the best thing for them. So you've got certain cities which are just primarily focused on farming, agriculture, ones that are just, for mining and shit like that. That's the main thing. You probably still know that it's run by why can't I remember his name? I think it's Silas something? Oh, I can't remember his name. Anyway, it's still run by the same guy. Or a guy. Pete, help!
I mean, if Julius has visited, then he probably would know, right?
Yeah, but Alex doesn't know, and Calum's character doesn't know, but Calum does know. So it's Calum relaying the information to Alex.
Lance Ladar, that's his name.
There we go. I was looking at it.
Governor Lance Ladar. That's his name. Also, there's a very unique quartz there that's as hard as iron, which is what they make most of their shit out of. Like a nice bluey quartz. There you go. That's a gist.
Ah, yes, the Golden Dominion. I have traveled there before.
You visited?
Yes, on one of my very first travels aboard this ship, actually.
It's nice that it here didn't, lay sunder.
Yes, it has grown quite prosperous.
It's interesting. They were still at war when I was around.
If I'm not mistaken, it's currently led by a Lance Ladar, if that means anything to you.
It does, but surely it would be their offspring.
Would I know that it's, like, just been the same guy, Pete?
With a nat 20, if you want to know, then sure.
Okay, I'll say I know that it is, but, like, I don't know why it's the same guy. It is the same Lance Ladar that has been in power for as long as our modern history dates back. I do not know or understand how, however, but...
That is very interesting. My fists will start to clench.
Is something the matter?
Nothing. Just bringing back memories of the past.
I apologize. I didn't mean to anger
It's
you
fine.
or...
The truth is good to hear.
Perhaps one day you could seek out your previous homes.
Well, I have a gist of where it is. Topola does know of where the Golden Dominion resides. So hopefully I'll be able to ask her for a more precise location with our new map that we've acquired. You boys should probably think about doing the same.
Did what you see through the telescope all align with yourselves? Like, did you see your homes?
I didn't see it personally. I didn't look in the right direction. I saw from where we came or woke up from. But I asked Topla about a description of my lands, and she said that she knows of them. And you have been there, so... The other two
so-
seem to be very quiet, drinking their whiskey.
There's no interrupting. I'm not drinking. Foul creatures.
Owl creatures. I hadn't ever seen the place that I found before. Some domed off area, which is rather weird.
Does that
Domed
can
off
I
area.
can I roll to know if I've read about it or something or heard about it?
Was the island domed off before the Sundering? I can't remember.
I also can't remember because I know I changed
Okay.
the
I-
law slightly when I updated it, but I can't. I think it was literally like just before.
Okay, then it will be a hard history roll to see whether domed island means anything to you, Apollo, but you can roll.
Or is that history then?
Yes, please.
On the
Unfortunately,
island
that is
notebook.
not enough.
Hey Phil, do you remember Gore talking about a place like that? I believe it was in the library when we very first met, was it not?
Domed
If-
off place.
If Apollo mentioned it, then I'll allow 21 to succeed then, that you recognise that Gore mentioned it.
Domed off place.
Unfortunately, I do not know of it, but I strongly feel that our companion that passed might have had something to do with it.
What would I know about the place then?
With the 21, you just remember that Gore mentioned it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gore did mention it, but can't recall if he actually told us anything.
Rather strange coincidence that I would find something connected to your old teammate.
And that he also died days before we met you.
The camera is just static, and there's a brief moment where both of you just like slowly turn to the camera before it cuts to whoever's going to talk next.
So I'm still just trying to find out for myself when it was put up.
I can have a look if you want to continue the story, because I can find it probably in the notes you sent me, and that means that you can focus on role-playing while I'm not controlling anyone, so...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was before, but yeah. Perhaps I was meant to continue on where he should have gone. Perhaps it is my destiny to replace him.
I agree.
Whatever makes it easier to stick you in that ice cube.
Ice cube?
It's quite cold.
Oh. No worries there. I have my own ice cube trick.
Cone of cold.
No. I should probably discuss this with you, in case I ever need to make use of it in battle, so it doesn't catch you unawares and you think that someone has done this to me. I'll just kind of like lay my hand on the table that's wearing the Isfiel ring. I don't really know what it looks like. I think it's just like a like shiny blue crystal, basically.
I can post an image of it in chat. Don't know if this will work. Probably not. No, that's not going to work. That's fine. I'll do it the other way. Give me 1 second while you continue on.
Yep. This ring is called Isfiel. It has been passed on to me through generations of my family. It is able to create an ice block around myself. Spells and other magical effects can't extend through the iceberg or be cast through it. It is also immune to cold, poison, psychic damage, but it has a vulnerability to fire. It is a final clutch move, let's say. Things are looking tight. I can just pop this baby, and I should be safe for at least a little while.
So this is your last resort,
Yes.
right?
And then they
Suffocation.
may proceed to cut my life into pieces.
Perfect.
But to be fair, you won't be suffocating in there. There will be breathing.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, post an image in chat. It's essentially 2 bands of what looks like ice, and then kind of in between the 2 bands that kind of sit either side of his finger is a carved dodecahedron of ice that kind of floats in between the 2 bands as if it's embedded into a ring, but it's not actually attached to either of the 2 bands. This magic item was created by Loot Tavern, which has a Patreon where you can subscribe to get their magic items. They're the same people who made Jericho's mummy wraps. I can't actually remember what the official name for them is, but the wraps that turn him into a mummy.
The spoopy, scary mummy wraps.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're called. They are actually called mummy wraps. There we go. So, yeah. They make good shit.
Very cool.
So, if you see this ice block form around me, do not worry. It is self-inflicted. It is a way of ensuring my safety. However, if it has come down to the point of me having to use it, it probably means I am not in a good way.
Understood.
Well, just trying to remember. Have I morbed in front of Julius?
I don't think so.
Because I'm pretty sure the last time I morbed was when Alex's character died.
Yeah, I think so too.
The stuff that you sent me, unless you've got like another version of it that you didn't share, doesn't actually mention when the dome was made, so you can choose and I can make a little note at the end of it. It just says, it gives me information of what's going on in the dome now, sort of thing, but it doesn't mention whether it was erected before the Sundering or not. From the description, I'm guessing it was, just because it kind of goes from what Gore experienced onto the dome stuff, but it doesn't explicitly say one way or the other.
I must have just left it out when I was doing it then.
Although it does say expansion is in a limited space comes at a cost. The humans joined by the Furbolgs continue the industrialization that the ancestors began before the splitting, which is what your area calls it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'm pretty sure it was before. I think I must have just left out, because at one point I do also say the 2 groups quickly realize how dire situation. Wait. No. When spread of this torment to the far reaches of the land, where the largest commune of Furballs lives, the commune erected a magical dome that covered a large portion of the land out of fear. So it was before.
Gotcha. I muted myself when I said gotcha, so... cool. Alright. So, yeah. We're all good. We didn't retcon anything. We're champions.
Yeah.
How interesting. This was at one point called The Haze, and then it got changed to Raise.
Yep. Changed it after I changed character. So, moving forward, is there any surprises that you guys may have that I should know?
Wouldn't you like to know? I might have something up my sleeve, and I start to show my wrist.
Wait, has he seen you go morb? Or not yet?
Not to my
No.
knowledge.
Damn.
Yeah, and I'll show my wrinkly ass mummy hand.
Ah, I had noticed that before. I was curious, actually. What is this about?
Oh, it's a mummy hand.
Well, yes, but
It was let's say gifted to me when I lost my previous one
ah,
a short while ago.
does it do anything special, or is it just a replacement?
Yes, I'm now cursed.
Ah, fantastic.
Yeah. So if you see me about to fall unconscious, you'll notice I just turn into a mummy and keep fighting. Don't be alarmed. From what I know, I'm harmless because I haven't attacked anyone of our friends.
That seems rather handy.
Yeah, I just can't seem to communicate. I try and talk, and nothing comes out. So,
Well, that will be a sight. Hopefully, I won't have to see that because.
no,
none
I
of us will
honestly
die,
don't like
but,
it when it happens. So,
You most likely will.
what's that meant to be?
You know what it means.
No, Aetheron, I don't know what it means.
We all go down like sacks of potatoes. It's nothing to worry about. Well, I mean, it is, but
Have you know it's
I
almost
ain't
been a
judging.
month?
Well, I like to imagine that most people end up going to the hospital every month.
The last time it happened, a certain person wasn't there fighting with us.
Aye. Somebody's getting defensive for no reason. I wasn't having a pop at yous.
I'm not getting defensive, Aetheron. I'm
Yes,
talking about the
I
last
was-
time
I
it
was
happened.
just saying it's a dangerous
You weren't
job.
there, and
Well.
Gore died.
Okay. Well, it doesn't make it my fault. I imagine that the person who killed him had more of a hand in his demise than I did.
I don't know why I want to hear the opinion of a certain Julius Barnaby III, but Julius Barnaby III, who would you blame in that scenario? Says an unembodied voice.
What the fuck?
Well, if it was up to me to decide who had the most to do with it, I would say. Who was closest to him at his time of death?
Probably
Emotionally.
Aetheron.
Yeah, emotionally, Aetheron.
No, distance-wise.
Distance.
Probably the guy who killed you.
No, it was me. I was standing right on top of them.
But also probably the guy who killed him.
Then probably the guy who killed him.
If you excuse me, I'm I'm tired.
Of course. Good night, Captain.
I'm sorry, Aetheron. And with that, I leave. Bye.
Bit of a touchy subject.
Well, it was quite soon ago.
That's not
Quite
common.
soon ago.
Speaking Udilism there? What the fuck?
I am.
I would just let out a very large sigh and then head to bed.
All right. What are you two doing? What are you three doing?
Well, I suppose I should get to sleep as well. Long day ahead of us tomorrow.
I agree.
All right, so you're all going to bed, yeah?
Uh-huh.
Well, you can all have a point of inspiration for some fucking cool roleplay. Inspiration, I don't remember whether people know where it is. It's just below things like your death saves. It's just a tick box, you tick it, and it's basically, if you're not familiar with what inspiration is, it's a free advantage on a roll of your choice at any point. It doesn't go away, so you don't have to use it within a certain time frame, but you can't have more than one inspiration, so use it and then potentially gain inspiration down the line again, basically.
We have to use it before doing a roll, though, right? Like, after a roll, I can't say...
You can do it after the roll, but before the result of the roll is determined. So if you roll, and I say, ooh, that misses, so I will try and give a bit more a break before defining things. But, yeah, you can see what you've rolled beforehand, just not whether it's a success or not.
Alright. That's cool. Alrighty.
You cannot, however... It is essentially advantage, so you can't use it when you already have advantage. You can't go, I'm going to have 3 rolls and take the best one, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Well, that's the first time I've received inspiration.
Yeah, it's a rule that I must admit I've not used as much as I probably should have in the past. And for things like good roleplay moments, there's not... You don't really get XP for good roleplay moments unless it's like progressing story. So I want to try using it more to give you guys a reward for that shit as well. So
Okay, cool.
That is
Sweet.
cool. All right. So the next day is the 22nd day of your journey. Anyone doing anything on the 22nd day?
Is this... Wait, so do we know when we're gonna get to where we need to be?
Well, you're in Doomspace at the moment.
Oh, right.
Ever since you arrived at Doomspace, the clouds have kind of disappeared, and it's just black abyss, basically. It's nighttime, you can't see the bottom, you can see the stars above you, but you can't see whatever's below you. But not because of thick clouds, but just because it's so fucking dark. Basically, the sun doesn't shine here, it's always nighttime.
Can you put me on the dock again? On deck, I mean.
Make your own way there.
I don't know.
Go up the stairs.
See the door. See the fucking stairs. Just opening all the doors.
Get out, Sammo.
To be fair, you're technically in Apollo's room.
Oh, there.
Nope, it's my room now.
No, you have claimed it, but yeah.
I didn't realise it was Apollo's room. I'll fucking leave.
It's fine, he didn't tell you to leave.
He left the door open, fucking animal.
He did, that's why I assumed you'd know it was taken, is because the door was open. But then I suppose you did open every single door.
Yeah.
Alright.
You know what? I'll sleep.
But yeah, anyone doing anything on the 22nd day?
No, I'll just stay on alert in case anything pops up.
I shall do the same.
I will actually quickly chat to Dr.
Okay.
Topilo.
Then you go and speak to Topola.
Quick to Topola. Run.
Out of interest, what's your name currently showing as for you, Calum?
Jericho Uhroson?
That makes me sad. When you were all in that room, I shortened everyone's names to make it so it looked better on stream, but I noticed that for stream it didn't shorten your name, it's just shortened everyone else's. But I didn't shorten your name to Jericho.
What did you shorten it to?
Just Captain.
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 I was tempted to
Yeah.
go with Cap and Jerry, but anyways, you enter the room with the Spelljammer chair in it. Crux is still getting drunk at a desk. Topola is in the Spelljamming helm.
Smooth sailing, I trust.
It's weird here. There's less resistance, but also less strong currents to manipulate. It's more like gliding.
I suppose the surroundings don't do very much help either.
No.
Well, I was just gonna ask a favour of you. Obviously, you're spelljam at the moment, so I'll wait until we've arrived.
We're in no particular rush. I can keep us on a current course. And what do you need? She says, opening her eyes for the first time since you entered the room.
I was hoping you would be able to mark on the navigation. Is it a map or a navigation device? I can't remember off the top of my head.
You got a orrery, so it's like basically an orrery in the real world is the little models of the solar system where things spin around. For you, it's like a metal disc that then when you hold it up, metal orbs will float around showing you nearby islands and stuff.
I was wondering if you could show me where the Golden Dominion now resides, so I know personally when we.
Do you have the orrery on you?
I don't know.
Is it in your inventory?
I don't think it is.
It is.
Oh, it is. Would you look at that?
When you look at it, it doesn't. She kind of looks at it and goes, "Oh, we're too far away to see it on here." And then she stands up and walks over to the star map instead.
Oh.
Do you want me to load up the Sundered map and show you now, or do you want me to just mark it so that next time you're on the
I was
Sundered
gonna
map
say,
you
as
can
long
see
as
it?
it's marked, so we know where it is. That's
Okay. I will
helpful.
make sure that it is visible once the Sundered map loads for me, because it takes a long time to load this fucking thing.
Yeah.
And that's why I wanted to make sure whether you wanted to see it or not. Okay, it is marked, so yeah, next time you will be able to see.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll
You
lower
should
my
use that
voice.
for us to
Ooh.
find this island that we're looking for. A room.
Yeah. I'll boot it up. Crank it. Switch it on.
You basically open it like a compass. You flip the kind of
Oh,
cover
okay,
of it open. It shows you a black vortex with 2 islands slowly spiraling around it. There are 2 fairly significant islands, and then there are 12 much smaller islands, like similar. Some of them in similar sort of scale to the island that Topola's tower is on. We're talking like minuscule little land masses. One of them is close to the vortex, and then one is orbiting each of the larger islands, and then there are 9 outer islands. G then points at one of them. There. Pointing at one of the biggest ones on the outer edge of the orrery. Arun is 7 days ago. And then at that, Crux's ears will perk up, and he'll go, with any luck, we'll find work. His mission here is to create a unity out of chaos, and knowing him, he's done a bang-up job.
Thank you, Crux.
You need anything else from me? Says Topler.
No, that's fine, but do you want me to leave the orrery here with you?
You can do. She gestures at you to leave it at the table.
Pop it down on the table.
And she will then go sit back in the chair and resume spell jamming.
Can I get you anything while I'm up, or?
Did you have any tea?
Oh, right.
Captain! Captain!
What is it, Fudge?
Flinch, Captain.
Yep, anyway.
If you're going downstairs to find some tea, could you check whether we've got any old garlic left over?
I'll do an infantry check, Fosh.
It's Flinch, Captain.
Excellent, Fig.
Poor Flinch.
Why is he getting
My
bullied?
boy.
For someone who doesn't care for authority, you're sure acting like some posh snob with authority.
I'm
Not
acting
remembering
with
the
authority.
helps' names. Alright, anyone doing anything else this day?
I am such a tea.
I mean, if it's gonna be another 7 days, then I will just roll.
Okie doke.
Oh, no rolls.
Day 1 of the new days. It's not good enough.
Damn.
Day 2 of the new days. That's not good enough.
These 25s, man. God damn.
I know.
Day 3 of the new days. That's not good enough. Day 4 of the new days. I love weddings. Drinks all around.
Oh.
Day 5 of the new days. Oof, that's a fucking shit one, my dude.
Yeah.
Day 6 of the new days.
This would be my last. Save my spell slots for 7.
Ooh, and a net 1. Oh my god.
Come on. Please. Please, 4th time's the charm.
That's how it works.
No! Oh! Oh! Why is it like this?
It's just not supposed to be, man.
No, it is supposed to be. It's going to be the exact same as the fucking chest in Star Wars.
Exactly.
Wait, you didn't say it failed. I'd like to roll with advantage.
Wait, you had advantage already.
Not on that roll.
I don't think inspiration can be used for damage rolls, and this is an equivalent to something like that.
Fuck. Ooh.
Let me just double
Alex
check.
out here
If it
just
says you can
spurring
do
his
it for
fucking-
damage rolls, I'll allow you to use it on that as well. But
Oh, that would be sick. If you could if you could do it with your inspiration you just got. Damn.
Alex.
yeah,
Should I be-
attack rolls, saving throws, or ability checks.
Gosh darn it.
Hey, Alex, look at what you could have won.
Fuck you. Actually, just get out.
All right. Anyone doing anything on day 7?
No.
Why did I roll?
Because you probably hit it twice.
Yeah, I'm able.
Anyone doing anything on day 8?
There's a day 8?
Mm-hmm.
God damn. Does she know where she's going?
Yeah, it just took longer than she predicted.
Oh, fuck it. I'll do one more roll.
He's a
Okay.
gambling man.
He ain't no gambling man. Also, Pete, did I find tea for Tomoa?
No, you did find tea for her, yeah, sorry.
Oh, okay.
And that's
This
not
is
good
what-
enough.
Wanted to
No.
make sure.
Anyone doing anything on day 9?
Is he gonna roll?
Alright.
I would like to go see Captain Crux.
Commodore.
That one.
Okay,
Talk about Julius's gambling addiction.
you go visit Commodore Crux.
I'm gonna go kill the man.
Oh god.
And Julius is none the wiser. I'm captain, then I'll be commodore, then I'll be admiral.
I think Captain technically is better than Commodore, but anyways.
Pish posh.
Alright, you enter. Crux is drinking.
Commodore.
I'll be right back.
How are you, how are you feeling?
Absolutely dandy, Capitan.
Is he drunk?
Well. Is there anything you want to talk about?
What's the point in talking?
Just, know if there's anything you wanted to get off your chest.
Get off my chest, I'm a failure of a man, Captain. I'm a failure and a coward. But hopefully, we'll find work, and he will be able to fix all of my mistakes.
Afraid that's not how it works, Captain.
If we can beat the Empire this time, then maybe I can be redeemed.
No. You know, we're somewhat alike, Commodore.
What way?
Well, I too am somewhat of a failure of a man. In my own eyes.
He kind of looks at you for the first time, properly.
For all this, back in my my homestead, I made a deal for power, which ended up costing a great deal of many lives I cared for. I, gained this power, but couldn't use it to save people still. And even now, I'm not strong enough to save the people I hold closest to me.
And, when you, how do you face yourself? In the morning, in the mirror.
We all have our coping mechanisms, Commodore.
To coping mechanisms, he says, raising his bottle and then taking a swig.
I will take a very large bite of the charcoal. pulling it off like a jerky stick. Yeah.
We're
Pat him on
here.
the back and I'll walk away. Oh. Excellent.
Just because it was appropriate to say that when you said here. And also, you are actually there. It is the right day.
I'll go take the device from the table.
Alright. Who is going to be on top deck when you arrive, and who would need to be summoned, I guess, is a relevant question.
I'm on top deck. I'm standing where I'm standing.
Probably on top deck.
Well, whoever's on top deck, I'll shout to below that we're now heading, or we're now
At a ruin.
approaching.
Alright, Aetheron and Julius, if you want to be on top deck, put yourselves on fucking top deck, mate. Can't just say you're on top deck when you're sitting in a little closet, man. It's fucking bullshit. Alright. Probably should have preloaded this.
Uh-oh.
It's mostly gonna be fine, probably. While it
Except
loads.
from the part where I don't own tokens.
That's fine. Once I've loaded, then I can put you in a token. But for now, as you sail down towards it, you see flashes of light on the surface of a ruin. As the ship descends towards the small island, you see a wasteland dotted with pillars of rocks. Arcs of lightning leap from pillar to pillar. The ship heads towards a plateau that is 100 feet tall, about a mile wide, and covered with jungle foliage. Knowing the ship can't land safely, Topola gives the order for the ship to hover just above the treetops, then suggests that you lower a ladder to drop down to the land below. Crux will volunteer, but anyone else who wants to join them for a landing party.
I will join.
I will also join.
Yeah, pick
Yeah.
me.
Okay, so everyone, that makes it easy. Give me 1 second. I'm doing things. Things you wouldn't even believe. I've seen
Speaking
drop
right
ships off the coast of the
That.
storms of Orion. Something like that. I can't remember the actual speech. Tears and rain. Time to die.
Tears in the rain.
Man, your webcam is fucking delayed today, Tommy.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh god. It looks normal to me, so I don't know what you're seeing.
For me, it's about... Sometimes it's alright, but sometimes it's like literally you'll be looking at something and then you'll say the thing and then go...
It do be like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
But you can't control it. It's not your fault. It will be docked from your pay. But
Oh dear.
that's what I was looking for. Right. Let's spawn some tokens in for these boys. You bringing... Oh, Jericho's a mummy at the moment. Let's just change that.
Oh no, Julius.
I'm bulbing out.
And Giuseppe, if you want to bring Giuseppe with you.
Yeah.
Set.
I love that toad.
Unless you tell him to, Mr. Flinch will not join you. He will stay on the ship.
That's fine.
Stay on the ship, Filch.
Yes, Captain.
I'll find you your garlic. Kind of grows in the void, right, guys?
What?
All right. Do you head down the ladder then?
Yep.
Yeah, I head down ladder.
I'll follow behind.
All right. You can move yourselves down onto the ground level then.
Does it do it?
You just move yourself. You're not move. It's not going to teleport you or anything.
No. So I was just being careful. I don't want to like jump off.
There.
Measured movement or just
Damn. Is Jericho? Yeah, Jericho is the only one with dark vision. Yeah, measured
No,
movement.
I have dark vision as well.
Why is it not giving you dark vision then?
Because it's a part of my my Artificer infusion. I've got the goggles of night or whatever it's called.
How much dark vision does it say it gives you?
As much as standard. 60, I think. While wearing these dark lenses, you have dark vision out to a range of 60 feet.
Apollo, can you see at all at the moment?
no. I mean, like, it's very, very dark for me, everything.
But you can see.
Yes, that's... I mean, I can't see, like, trees and all that, yeah.
Yeah, but it's just dark. That's fine. It's nighttime.
It's
so
just
that's,
really dark, yeah.
Yeah, that's correct. I'm just making sure that everyone else's vision is working correctly, because for some reason I didn't have Julius's made correctly. Yeah, measured movement, please. So just everyone take a movement wherever they want measured, so you can obviously double move if you want as well.
Can I make a perception check directed towards sound?
Yes. Pretty good. The jungle is alive with the sounds of wildlife, you know, chirping of birds, the kind of hootering of what might be, you know, monkeys or that sort of thing, trees swaying in the wind, and there's fairly regular booms of thunder from lightning strikes that are basically constantly going off in the skies above.
Okay.
However, you focus in, and with that 23, you do hear what sounds like fairly rushed movement through the undergrowth coming towards you. It's not that close at the moment, but it does sound like something rushing through the undergrowth of the jungle.
I try to be in the front, and I guess the people who can't see me, I don't know, I'll just, like, raise my arm as to, like, not give away that we know that they're coming, but, like, to give awareness that something is, like, somewhere in front of us and coming towards us.
Gotcha.
Well, if that's the case, I'll roll perception.
Okie doke.
Now that I've been alerted.
You hear the sound of wildlife and thunder and lightning. Very, very frightening. Mamma mia.
I don't see
mia.
nothing.
You don't see anything currently, no. Other than, you know, jungle foliage. Obviously, you can go underneath the fins of the ship as well.
Yeah. Commodore, you wish to lead, or...?
I can if that is your wish, Captain. He's still a little bit inebriated.
Well, I'm happy to lead, but I'd like you up towards the front to give directions.
Aye, aye, Captain. He will walk 30 feet up ahead.
Oh, mother of God. You might need to reel him in, Julius.
Reel him in?
A little bit inebriated.
Oh, that's his usual self. I wouldn't worry about it.
Okay.
Do you mean to move Giuseppe instead of you?
Well, I highlighted both of them thinking that, you know, both of them would move at the same time, but they didn't.
Fair enough.
Just Giuseppe moved.
Apollo, are you moving any further up?
Yeah, I'm following... Oh, wait. Look. There. I will... Up.
Okie doke, and then Aetheron. Alright. Before anyone takes another movement, you suddenly hear ring out from the jungle, a shot in the dark. A few seconds later, the sound that only Apollo can currently hear of undergrowth suddenly subsides as someone busts through the trees. It's another Giff. Oh, I accidentally opened Steam. Go away, Steam. A uniformed
Our new
Giff.
NPC is Steve.
A uniformed Giff bursts through the foliage with a musket in one hand and a look of panic on his face. He spots you and goes, "Apologies in advance!" And he starts running towards you. How would you all like to react?
Friend? Foe?
I want to ready my action for anything that comes after him, I guess. Because it feels like he's getting followed by something.
Yeah, at that point, Crux will shout out, "Oh, Warwick!" And Warwick will respond, "No time to chat right now, Crux." So, anyone doing anything else?
Yes. I will cast a spell
What spell would you like to cast?
upon myself. It will be
So target
False
yourself.
Life. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
And you're casting False Life. Roger, roger.
Hang on a second. I gotta target myself. Hang on a second. I'm getting there. Wait, hang on a second. You can just wait one moment. Hang on a second.
While he does this, I just throw my stone in the air.
Okie doke.
That'll be 18 temp hit points speed.
Damn!
What's the matter, Samo? Mr. Only Goddamn fucking Julius and Topola cast spells?
Yeah, well, I mean,
You could have had a fucking false life at level 3 in your goddamn fucking boots to cast. You could have had goddamn 18 plus temp hit points.
I would still prefer the shield, I think.
I can cast shield.
Well, I didn't know that, and I wanted to RP with Julius.
Anyone doing anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna just very quickly yell, "Are they on legs?"
God, that's a complicated question. No, maybe I wouldn't describe them as legs, he says, still running towards you.
That just raises more questions.
Oh, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it anyway. Where he just came from, like the direction that supposedly they're still heading towards, I'm gonna cast Grease.
Okay.
Ooh, he greasing.
You shouldn't have to target anything for this because it should be area of effect spell. So just do the measured template.
So like here, I guess.
Okie doke. Right, Aetheron, do anything?
No.
Okie doke.
Well.
Then roll them bones.
Yeah.
Come on. Do the good rolly. Bob.
Giuseppe goes at the same time as Julius, so that is 5. Jericho, roll them bones.
Aye, Capaton. Oh, I thought I could just press that. I don't know.
Oh, that's not that they can move. Never mind. Alright. This thing comes into view. And Pellets of radiant light fly through the air, narrowly missing you as several starfish-like plant creatures creep out of the jungle and advance threateningly.
Fucking disgusting.
So this one is going to try and target Work. 21 will indeed hit. Blast! He says as he gets hit by one in the back of his shoulder. Next up, it's another one's turn. It's also going to target Warwick. He got a nat 1. He completely misses. Next one's turn.
Oh, were we?
Alright, Aetheron, your turn.
Yep. I am going to here and no, not gonna do anything because I ran, didn't I? Yeah, that's me.
Okie doke.
Yep.
Well, since you ran forward, this one will target you.
Mm-hmm.
Does a 13 hit you?
No.
Okay, so more of these bright pellets come shooting towards you, but you just manage to duck underneath them. Apollo, your turn.
Boop. And I'll. Actually, I think I'll throw my javelin at this guy.
Okay. That is a nat 1. I would say that Aetheron's not really in the path, so you can't hit Aetheron, so it just embeds into a tree instead.
Alright, well.
Since you rolled a nat 1 on its thrown weapon, it embeds in the tree and the like shaft of the javelin snaps. So now it's like that long, basically, stuck in the tree.
I got a dagger.
Not very effective one, but yes.
Yeah, a scuff dagger. Okay,
you can
cool.
remove the javelin from your inventory, basically.
Yeah, we'll do that. Alright.
Crux will stumble forward.
We'll also do it back.
Okie doke. You're going to target this one. I'm going to give him disadvantage since he's fucking drunk. You got a nat 1. Luckily, no one's really in his path for that shot. Jericho, your turn.
Hello, it's me. Ah, yes. Our first catch of the day. What shall I do? So many things to do, so little time. We. Peter.
I was on mute, yes.
Am I touching that guy over there or not? I can't see.
This is why having black as your colour of choice for your ruler is a bit oof. You're not touching him, though.
No, okay. In that case... sure. I will target the creature I'm currently targeting, and I will fire a... I'll fire off an ice knife. First level.
Okay.
Actually, no, make that second level. I'm feeling spicy.
Oh!
Okay. Cool. Yeah, a knife of ice, a shard flings out and lands directly in its face with that nat 20. Let's do that damage.
Okay.
Alright, pretty decent damage.
And then it explodes, and any creature survive 5 feet make a dex for save, sorry.
Make a
Very
dex fucking save.
It takes second save. You
If
would
it's
have
within
advantage on that.
5 feet, then that's not any of them, unfortunately.
Oh, is it not? No.
No.
Oh, I thought he was, but it's just me being dumb. No, that's fine.
Alright.
I forget, do we do it when do we do it so spells can crit or not?
Yes, they can. If a spell has an attack roll, it can crit.
Organs.
Sick. And Sea of Thieves music?
Alright. Rorik's turn. He will turn to Aetheron and go, "Appreciate the help, stranger." And he will target the nearest one, which is also the one that Jericho just hit. And a 15 will hit. And then he will shoot it again. That one will miss. What is Julius doing? What's Giuseppe doing?
Julius is going to shoot at this one.
Okay. That'll hit.
Nice.
Actually, let me double check. That's a different one to the others. Yeah, still hits. Cool.
And then second attack also on the same one.
That'll hit as well.
Cool.
Okay.
Pew pew.
Doing anything else?
Let me just check. Do I have anything else I can use as a bonus action rather than just... Nope, I think I'll just save it for Giuseppe.
Alright, what's Giuseppe done?
Giuseppe will... Whoop. I'm probably gonna go up there first. I'll send Giuseppe up here.
That is done.
Yep.
Alright. It has entered the grease.
Let's
So,
make a dex saving throw against, I'm assuming, just my spell save DC,
It's
which is
gonna-
50.
it was going to fail anyways because it rolled like shit. So what does that happen? I'm assuming it goes prone.
Yeah. It. When the grease. Yeah, falls prone.
Okay, well, that happened before it took its action. So it's going to spend its action unproning itself then.
Nice.
I've
Basically,
fallen, but I can't get up.
Negated its attack and stopped it in its tracks. So, and then this one's going to move up, and now there's quite a few targets for it to choose from. It's going to go for Warwick. That will hit. Okay, he takes 10 points of damage. And with that, he'll go, "Ah, we're in for a hell of a fight, strangers." And then the music will not continue going for another 3 minutes and 50 seconds. Instead, we'll suddenly kind of give out with a big bang, cut to black, and we'll continue next time.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Sweet.
Helm.
Good session, boys.
Good session.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Thank you everyone for tuning in to Sundered Empire. Sorry to leave it on a cliffhanger, but to be honest with you, even if we'd gotten through this combat, which we weren't going to get through because we started at like 10:15, but even if we had, I'm supposed to leave it on a cliffhanger anyways, according to the adventure module. So, did it. I just did a different cliffhanger to the one in the book.
Yeah.
So, don't worry. There's going to be a cliffhanger fairly early on next session, and then we're just going to immediately deal with it.
Hell yeah.
Gonna be a case of, oh no.
Anyways. Right. Yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed it. See you hopefully next week.
Goodbye.
For the people who hated
Bye.
on me. I'm stopping streaming.